And welcome to the Cyber Shindig Podcast, you guys. We're back, episode 12? 11?
12. I just put up hands.
Mike's sitting here giving me hand signals. Guys, today is super fucking special. We have our very first guest on the Cyber Shindig. Sitting to my left is the man himself, Jesse Forrester, guys.
Hey.
What's going on, my man?
Oh, it's going great. Thanks for having me.
We love having you on our first podcast, dude. Like, we were talking about, like, who's going to be our first guest? And I was like, the fucking podfather himself. We've been listening in for years. Jesse has been a good friend of mine since high school. He was the assistant coach for the tennis team. That's how I got to know him originally. And I was like, dude, we clicked real good. We started playing music every once in a while, hit around. And here he is sitting right at the fucking Cyber Shindig studio. So you wouldn't.
It's a dream of mine.
You would have never thought.
My whole life, I've just been dreaming of this moment. And here we are. You know?
Oh, God. Yeah, episode 12. We're here. I know it's been a while because I was out fishing last weekend, and we hope you liked that little game segment we put together. We might have to do it again, like I said, just because we might be doing some traveling this summer. Mike's going to be off hip hip cherry ho out in London.
Across the pond, you know. Yeah.
He's going to be out in Harry Potter world, probably.
Yeah,
living it up, drinking too much.
Waving my wand around at random people.
Waving his willy around. Drinking too much butter beer. Yeah, so we hope you guys had a great week. It's getting really fucking hot out. Mike drove over here and had to bring a spare set of clothes. So
it was fuckboy Mike. I had like a tank top, shorts. I had a backwards hat on.
Yeah,
it was hot. I'm sweating my ass off.
He showed up with like a tank on. I was like, damn, dude. I was like, just wear it for the pod. Just be the character fuckboy Mike for the podcast.
Oh, man, I'm joining a fraternity and drink.
You get your white sunglasses.
Yeah, exactly. White belt, white sunglasses.
Oh, that's a true fuckboy.
So we have a lot of catching up to do. Actually, all three of us, because I haven't seen Jesse since the last time we hit and played tennis. Mike, I haven't seen you probably 2 weeks too, roughly. So.
Yeah, we don't talk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Only here. That's all.
Only here. This is the only time I ever see Mike, ever. Thank God.
Yeah, right?
So how have you been, Mike? What have you been up to this week? Share. Our listeners are dying to hear.
I know. I'm interesting. I didn't do too much.
No?
There were a few things I did last weekend. I actually went to go see a movie with a couple friends, a couple buddies of mine.
A couple buddies?
You know?
Nice.
Yeah, we saw...
what's better than a couple buddies?
We saw Heredity. I think I say it wrong. People say
Hereditary.
Hereditary, yeah. I say it like a British person.
It sounds like you're fucking going to name a child
Hereditary,
or something.
yeah.
Hereditary.
But scary-ass movie. I went into it not thinking a lot about it.
Okay.
It was kind of one of those previews I saw, and I was like, this is going to be one of those smart films. It's not going to be like scary. It's just going to be like psychological.
Get Out kind of?
Yeah, like Get Out.
Genre?
Yeah.
I feel you.
Scary as hell.
Ooh.
Like by the end of it, one of my buddies was like shaking, and the other one was like curled up in a ball.
Who did you go see this with?
I went with Stefan, Kayla, and Mallory.
Good deal.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
They're 12, 13, and 14.
They all had wet drawers by the end of the movie, too, so that's great.
Now, the imagery was crazy, though. Like, there was this one scene. They take, like, long shots. Like, it's not edited like nuts. And this one scene, a boy's on his bed, and he's just sitting there for maybe a solid 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And you see in the corner, like, it's really dark. You can hardly see it, but his mom is like on the top of the ceiling, like looking down at him.
That's like what's that movie? The Grudge.
The Grudge, yeah,
right.
It was really messed up. It freaked me out.
God.
So that was pretty messed up.
Do you like scary movies?
I love scary movies.
Jesse, are you into scary movies? I'm not.
Hate them.
I'm not a huge fan. I used to be, but
you guys should watch it then.
No,
definitely.
Probably not. That's why I'm just like spoil it for me because I don't care. You know,
you always do that. He did it when we went to see Avengers: The Infinity War. I told him like, man, you got to go see it, and he's like, nah, just spoil it for me.
What? I'm gonna rent it from the family video. I don't care. I mean, I see so much shit online too. It's
just
not
ruin it.
It's not a big deal for me, so I don't know.
But then, so the big thing last weekend was E3.
Oh shit!
E3 was badass this year, I gotta say. Microsoft was great, Bethesda was great.
Yeah.
Sony, not too great. And Nintendo was good. Did you watch it, Jesse?
No, I didn't.
You play some games, don't you, though?
Oh, yeah, I
You're
love
like
it.
a video gamer.
Yep.
You were recommended, I haven't checked it out, but you recommended that one Assassin's Creed game for cell phone.
Yeah. It's kind of old school, though, by now.
Really?
But no, it's really good.
Did you ever play any of the... God, there was a badass Batman game for iPhone. I forget what it was. It was like Gotham something, but it was for your phone. It was pretty fun. Like, I know cell phone games are like kind of... Some of them are underrated.
Yeah.
But
What a mobile player.
I know, right? I usually don't. Like, I don't know. It was just a pastime in high school, so I don't know.
I was thinking of you, though, with the Microsoft conference because a new Halo was announced.
Oh, shit.
I was like, man, Johnny's going to wet his drawers.
That's right. Is it only for Xbox?
Yeah, I think it's only for Xbox.
That's right. What up?
Whatever.
I mean, like,
The Last of Us 2 was announced for Sony. That was what it was.
Oh,
Spider-Man was announced. And then I guess the only really big one that I was interested in was the Nintendo one. They have the new Smash coming out.
What is it for? What system is it for? Though?
It's going to be for the Switch.
Okay.
And what they did, it's kind of interesting. They have it where they have all the players ever. So the ones from Melee, the Brawl, they're putting them all into one game.
That's a lot.
It's called Smash Brothers Ultimate.
That's like almost overwhelming.
I
Like,
thought so
I hardly
too.
know the freaking ones on N64. I don't know how I know 100 characters from Nintendo.
I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
It looked good, though. People are excited. So E3 was pretty great.
Yeah.
Funny thing happened. So I'm sure you guys have seen like found a mouse in your house or an occasional ant here and there.
Did anyone see my Snapchat last night?
What was your Snapchat?
You didn't see it?
No.
I swore I sent it to you. I'll get to it later. I got a
Okay,
whole fucking,
sorry.
All right.
It's a whole bit from last night, dude. I had a wild night.
So Mallory told me the other day when she got out of the shower that my cat was like, watching something. So she goes over to it.
Watching you shower, probably.
No.
I wouldn't blame it if it was either.
It was a fucking earthworm. Like a huge ass nightcrawler. I'm on the 3rd floor of my building.
That's a
there's
determined
a
earthworm, dude.
nightcrawler.
That thing made its way up 3 flights of stairs.
The
Just to get-
beginning of a horror film.
Oh my God. I was like freaking out. I was like, why is there an earthworm in our apartment? I'm like, we got to uproot the carpet. There's like a colony
Shit.
or whatever you call a group
Yeah,
of earthworms.
I don't know what you would call a group of earthworms.
Let us know, Chris.
Flock of earthworms? A gaggle of earthworms?
A gaggle. I like that. A gaggle of earthworms.
Oh, Jesus. So wait, it was in your bathroom?
No, it was just in our apartment, like in our living room. Yeah.
Was Mona playing with it or something?
I think she was like ready to pounce on it. Like
Yeah.
they came out as soon as it was, just
Was
wiggling around.
Yeah. I bet you. I don't know. That's weird. Maybe a bird brought it up
weird?
to your balcony and it got in your house. Somehow?
Maybe.
I don't know.
It's a determined little worm.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery only for the Hurley boys.
And then lastly, I played tennis the other day, last week, Sunday. And we were actually going to play with Jesse because Jesse had texted Kate and was like,
cool.
come out in the afternoon.
yeah.
So we're like, all right, let's like practice up, get good, if you will, during the
Yeah,
day.
you got to warm up
'Cause-
before you start playing with people.
Yeah, Jesse will fucking wreck you.
He's got the sledgehammer racket. Thing weighs 10 pounds.
We were talking the last week how like after we played, I was like dead. Like all my muscles were
Dude.
like tight. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, he worked me out.
Yeah, definitely. You're like working different muscles that you haven't like even thought about in years.
Right.
At least for me, like I haven't stretched a lot. Like serving especially.
Yeah.
Dude, your back and your arm, like right underneath your arm too. If you're right-handed like I am, like I was sore the next day. My shins were sore. I was like, what is this?
Shins were
What is
sore.
happening? It's like
awesome.
falling apart here.
But Mallory started feeling like not well, like sick. And then we got done around 2:00 and Mallory's like sitting off in the bleachers and she's just pale.
Oh,
and her
no.
eyes are like sunken in.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, oh man, we got to get some ice cream in you like stat.
You get something. Or
I think she almost had, I want to say it was like heat stroke almost.
probably.
And
was
that's
she,
what my boss was telling me. It's like, sounds like she was like starting to go through heat stroke. So I was like, we can't play in the afternoon. I'm
Might
sorry.
need to get some more water in her.
Yeah.
Just start pumping an IV through her veins and pump that water through her.
Yeah. So
Sounds like a wild time.
it was a good weekend.
Did you run? Is that when you ran into that turtle that day?
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah. If you listeners saw our picture on Instagram, you saw me posing with a turtle. So we were playing tennis at the high school, and I was like, "What's that?" It looked like a bag of trash, but then it started moving, and we're like, "Oh shit, that's a turtle!" So we like ran over
That's
to
no
it.
bag
It
of
was
trash.
massive,
Yeah.
like huge.
How many
And-
pounds would you say that thing weighed?
Oh gosh, about 15 pounds.
15
Oh my-
pounds.
It was
dude.
a huge
That
turtle.
thing is massive.
It was massive.
Another horror movie.
Looking outside the high school auditorium.
You thought it was a bag of trash.
Little did you know, it was a turtle. Man-eating turtle. Pause for dramatic effect. It was a turtle.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sure, pause for dramatic.
Pause while Johnny's wires in his brain go haywire.
Krista told
Jesus.
us it was an alligator snapping turtle, though, and
Things-
to not touch it,
things
so
are-
we just left it alone.
They are vicious. Those things can take people's fingers. I've seen people online, their fucking fingers taken like clean off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, something I don't play with. I like all my phalanges.
Yeah, that's a good move.
I got to play those video games, man. What am I going to do without...
Cole used to grab those things by their tail, dude. He was fearless with those.
He's a madman.
He was just like, pick them up. Not that big, I don't think, but they were still pretty... I mean, they'd be hissing and stuff at you.
He's a big boy.
Gnarly. Freaking dinosaur, dude. Gnarly, bro. Oh, Jesus. So what about you, Jesse? What have you been up to lately? Like, give us a breakdown on your life, because I feel like I know what's going on in your life, but I don't think our listeners know what's happening.
Yeah. No, that's true. It's all about 9 to 5 insurance agent.
Mm-hmm.
Nationwide, which by the way,
on your side.
On your side, baby.
they are sort of on your side. Mostly, they're mostly on your side.
Jesse, I hope you want some insurance on your side, some honest insurance.
Mostly on your side, sometimes not, but
that's how all insurance is, though.
Right?
Yeah,
basically, and they also are not representing me today while I'm doing.
Of course,
the
words of Jesse Forrester are not exactly
not affiliated at this
moment
right.
nationwide.
Anything.
The shitstorm I'm about to bring upon my company. But no, so just that's the normal thing. Monday through Friday, I work on the square in Crown Point.
Right? Didn't you just get out there?
Yeah,
that's your new location, right?
Yeah, it's great, man. It's so much fun.
Yeah. Did you get out to the taste at all?
No, I mean I smell it all the time, but I smell it and
fair food cooking.
Oh, it's so nice, and then people playing music and stuff. It's kind of it's like a time warp of going from like Lowell to Crown Point, and not to completely shit on Lowell, but
no, go ahead.
They're constantly doing stuff up there, or like you can like for lunchtime you can go to like a walking trail, like be able to walk for miles.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. That's badass. I didn't even know they had that.
It's amazing. Like there's just so many things where it's just there's tennis courts right behind there, like just from the park.
It's like new stuff. You're just constantly. I mean, it's not a huge city, but you're still able to constantly discover stuff, which seems like pretty cool. And that place is growing like crazy.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. Yeah, I mean, and there's the difference in population, because there's people worldwide listening.
Right.
So
you got like 5 listeners from Mexico or some shit like that.
Yeah. So no habla español. But the for those of you in Mexico, sorry,
or Canada,
Canada.
I think I got one in Toronto.
Yeah, but. Crown Point has about 33,000 people. I think Lowell has about 10,000. Yeah. So there is a difference there, and Lowell's more small town and spread out a little bit.
Right, farming community, big time.
We have a parade maybe twice a year, and that's it.
That's about it.
That's all we're known for.
Other than that, go fuck yourself. Yeah. I mean, that's basically true.
That's Lowell's motto. Other than that, go fuck yourself. Welcome to
Illinois people, fuckers. But that's kind of it. But it is nice. It's nice to be somewhere where there's just always something going on if you want to. Or I'm not a big bar scene guy, but
there's plenty of restaurants,
tons of them. I mean, it's crazy.
Little events like the Taste. For those of you that don't know, it's like a big street fair, basically.
Yeah.
Minus like the shitty rides and like the death-threatening or the life-threatening rides and the tilt-a-whirls and stuff.
Right.
But it's all really good food, local like little pop-up tents and stuff with
food trucks and stuff
deep
like
fried
that.
for the most part, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty cool though. Like that's got to
fun.
be badass being like working on the square too.
Yeah.
The location.
No, it's awesome.
You can't beat it.
There's parks right behind, so I'll bring my kids sometimes if it's the weekend or something.
Right.
I have to go up there and do something for somebody, and then and that's something else. I have 2 kids.
Okay.
So anytime you guys bring up parenting on the podcast, I want to stab my ears.
Oh my god!
Just completely just listening to the nonsense. Not nonsense, because
we're experts, so we know exactly.
Right.
Mike is the expert, actually.
Everyone who doesn't have kids, it's hilarious. They're experts, and then as soon as you have kids, you're just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I have no clue what I'm doing.
Any advice anyone's willing to give you, you're like, all right, I'll read any book. Fuck it.
Yeah, just shoot from the hip, man. Just and just all the time.
Seems like what parenting is, though. Like, I think I heard something from someone like, no, you can say you're ready, but no one's ever ready for kids.
You're never ready. Yeah. I mean, if you waited until you were ready, you wouldn't have kids. Like, you really wouldn't.
Sounds like a plan.
Drink up.
Mike's on that no kid plan.
Not for a while still, at least.
Mike's got kids all over the world, actually. Breaking.
Oh,
just kidding.
Breaking news. Got like 15 running around.
Podcast. Mel's going to be so excited to hear.
I don't think so.
That's awesome.
That's cool, though. So you have 2 kids. How old are both your kids?
2 kids. Will is 10 and Tess is 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's fun. That's a fun age, I feel like.
No,
we played tennis with Tess. She's hilarious.
Yeah,
she made Mike, for those of you who don't know, we played tennis and she made Mike run laps. I thought it was the best thing
and I did them.
fucking ever, dude. He was going hard too. Like,
she told me to run. What was I supposed to do? Tell her no? She's 8.
It was hot out too. Like she was like telling me to run laps. It's like, I'm good. Mike's running my laps for me. He's got it.
And I'm like the whole time, oh no, my kids love me. Yeah, they love me. Like, I'm making them run and do all this stuff. I'm such a jerk.
Exactly.
Total jerk.
It was
father.
so fun though. Like you're like, hope you don't mind my kids there. I'm like, I don't care, dude. Whatever.
Yeah.
And she was feeding us balls and stuff too.
Yeah.
So that was a good time.
Yeah, she was getting into it. At the
Yeah.
end. She got a little mad. But
she did. We weren't playing our game. She's like, this is gay. Not gay, but she's like, basically like, this sucks. What if she said it? This is gay. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Homophobe daughter of mine. Sorry, everybody. Sorry about that. Let's just close down. Nationwide's closed down in Crown Point. I'm sorry.
There's like people protesting.
right
Occupied
now.
Nationwide.
I'm gonna get there.
Oh, Jesus.
It's over. Well, that's over.
Place
So
is on fire.
hopefully get good at podcasting.
Yeah,
Maybe
right.
I could just keep doing
You'd
this.
be a
But
third host.
right.
I'm
I'm gonna have to. That futon's gonna be mine. I have to live there.
That thing sucks, dude. I don't know if you've ever slept on futons.
I have.
Oh man,
Yours is worse.
this one is
it's like
awful.
15 years old.
Holy shit!
There's
This thing
no
was
cushion.
My oldest sister's, and it was new when she was in college, which was 2005, 2006
I
maybe.
can't remember that far ago.
That thing came with me to IU, I think. People complained about it there. Like, it's been breaking back since.
Your dog won't even sleep on it.
10 years ago, yeah. Yeah, that thing is brutal. But yeah, that's cool. What have you been up to this week? Like, if you don't mind me asking.
Man, I
Just all sorts of crazy parenting. And
Yeah,
it's kind of
besides
cool that we have an actual father on, like, the weekend that we're shooting the Father's Day.
Yeah, it was a happy accident.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
One of those weird things that just happened.
Yeah.
So.
But that's, I mean, yeah. Other than that, I have my kids basically every other night.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, at night it's goofy. Other than like the times that I don't have them, I'm trying to get things done and run errands and stuff. But then I do karaoke in my living room, which is really
look at
it's
you, man.
no, it's
I love the Snapchats
it's
he
embarrassing,
sends
but
me.
at the same time fun.
Yeah.
And,
That's the best.
Yeah.
You like called me the other day and left a voicemail like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing, man? I could really
I
use you.
played it over like I had it on my speaker. I was like, "What the fuck?"
What is he doing? Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. But so you're basically just parenting, living it up, trying to hit tennis balls when you can,
Yeah.
and work 9 to 5, right?
Yeah. If anybody wants to, I'll do a little plug
Yeah,
there,
do
a little
it, man.
shameless plug.
Definitely.
I started a little silly club in Lowell. If anybody wants to play tennis on Sundays or on Wednesdays from 6 to 8 o'clock, come on out and hit.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
It's a good time. I've yet to go to one of the actual planned ones, but
Right.
we hit around a few times previous to those. So
I was going to, but then
It's always
Mallory
fun.
had heat stroke, so
yeah, because
Way to go, Mallory.
Kate
Ruined
texted
it.
me. She's like, "Hey, are you going tonight?" I was like, "I think I'm gonna be working, but I might go Sunday."
Yeah.
She's like, "I need a ride." Mel's, or she didn't say that. She didn't say Mel wasn't feeling well, but that sucks, dude. Heat stroke is the worst.
Gotta be careful.
It's the worst, man. Dude, I had a fucking wild 2 weeks. I went out somewhere around Peoria. I don't know, some small ass town. I went fishing. There is like a glorified campground way out about 3 hours west of here, and they have like 50 stocked lakes. Like they pay like a professional company to come in and manage these big old quarries, like these mining quarries, and each of them are like at least 40 foot deep, and like they're decent size. They're just like long ass lakes, basically, like our channel here, but just like super deep.
Yeah.
And so me and my buddy Luke,
Your buddy
and
Luke.
his girlfriend Brianna, who is a trooper who fucking goes fishing with us and hunting with us. We went out, we rented a cabin, we fished out there. It was pretty damn cool. We were like some of the only people with a boat, because it's like they've got RVs, cabins, all this shit out there, and then there's just like badass lakes stocked full of like really cool fish. And so we kept a bunch of like bluegill, perch. We were fishing. We're trying to catch these fish called hybrid stripers, which are like kind of like a little different. There's not a whole lot of them out here. They're in the south. I don't know.
They're kind of small.
Yeah,
from
they're
the
like.
picture. It's
I mean,
really
they get
weird.
about maybe 18, maybe a little bit bigger. 25 inches for hybrid stripers.
Okay.
Regular
Wow.
stripers get huge, but
Right.
but we were talking to someone that owned a cabin on the lake that had like the stripers, hybrid stripers stocked in it. We're like, dude, we've been casting every lure in the damn tackle box. Like, we're fishing off the bottom, we're fishing off the top. Like, what's going on? He's like, I know exactly what you're doing wrong, dude. He's like, go to Sam's Club and get some hot dogs. I was like, shut the fuck up. He's like, I swear, man, like freeze them. Make sure you freeze them. That way, like all the other fish don't chew them off your hook. Just go and get some hot dogs. I was like, I don't even want to fish for these things anymore. Like, that's not even fun. Like, hot dogs? I'm not 8 anymore. Like, fuck, man. They just took all the fun out of it. So we didn't even bother fishing for them.
You didn't catch any?
We didn't catch any of the
What a
big
quitter.
dogs. I know.
You
That's
little
hilarious.
bitch.
But we casted for like muskie and stuff. We ended up catching a shitload of perch, which was really cool. Something we don't catch a whole lot out here. But yeah, it was a good weekend. We got rained out like the last day we were there. We were putting the boat on on the lift, like on the trailer or whatever, and these storm clouds start rolling in, and it's like thundering like crazy. And Luke and his girlfriend are in the truck, and it just starts pouring on me, dude.
Damn.
I have like this stupid ass Tilly hat on, my cutoff shirt, and there's people outside in their cabins like looking at the show. Basically, it's me like getting poured on, trying to hook a boat up, like slipping and sliding around. So that was fun. But dried off, came home. It wasn't too bad.
Nice.
But other than that, I've just been working out, working in the city, downtown, stupid drive. Looking for more mixtapes.
I was gonna say, any more mixtapes? Hey, boss.
Unfortunately, no more mixtapes. But dude. So last night, a lot of my friends' birthdays like fall in like the same week. My friend Kyle, his birthday's today actually. But
Happy birthday, Kyle.
Kyle, happy birthday. He doesn't listen to this, you fucking bitch. But
I was gonna say he didn't say my buddy Kyle,
Yeah.
so I was like, wait a second.
None of my actual
what's this
like
kind of
friends
relationship?
listen to podcasts except for Cole and Roe and Clayton.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
What the hell?
It's because they don't have. They're not on the podcast.
Johnny,
train
upgrade your friends.
Some
man.
bullshit, right? But
You had friends.
I had friends, not anymore.
Not your buddies.
Not my buds. But so we went out for Tyler's birthday last night and Kyle's birthday, and went to the square, of course. I'm like hanging out here. I kind of set some shit up for the podcast today, and I was texting Zach because he was driving them all. And I was like, just let me know when you're heading out to the square. He's like, all right. And this was like 9:30. I text him. Like an hour later, I was like, dude, are you guys going out tonight? Like, I know I'm not that old, but this is getting late, dude. Like,
9 o'clock?
Yeah, it was 10:30 when I texted him.
10:30?
He's like, yeah, we're about to finish up our last drinks and head out because they were all pre-gaming at someone's
Oh,
apartment.
I thought you meant at the bar. I was like, did they go without you?
And I was like, all right, just fucking hurry up. So 11 o'clock rolls around. They're like, we're going now. Just meet us there in 10 minutes. I was like, thank God, finally. So we get to the square. We're all drinking and stuff, and like we're at Diamond Gyms, which is like a hole in the wall, smoky ass pool table bar, basically.
Darts. Yep.
Right. And we see some guys like kind of pushing each other around, like fucking around, and we're like, no one thinks anything of it. Like 15 minutes later, they're like pushing each other hard, and then another dude gets pushed real hard, slams into the table behind him, just about knocks the table over. Oh. The dude goes on the ground. Another guy jumps on him and starts like punching him and shit.
Holy shit.
People are gathering around. The security can't do anything. Like there's like they're not even that big of people, but none of the security are like, I don't know. None of them are big. None of them are big. They're like old, like 40, 50-year-old dudes that smoke cigarettes like crazy. So they're sitting there chain smoking, and I don't know. We were like, what?
Break
the
up
fuck
fights
is
with
going
wisdom.
on? Yeah, dude. I don't know what their deal was, but someone ended up pulling them apart. One of the guys left. No one thought about it. Half an hour goes by. We're drinking. Like we're in the corner by the back entrance. We see the same dude fucking walking. He's like, everyone's drunk. He walks in like fucking pissed off. He's going towards the same guy. One of the dude's buddies, who was like the guy that basically got pushed around, who was like on the wrong end of the, you know what I mean? He wasn't doing anything wrong. He just got his ass beat. Like one of his buds like pushed the guy away from him because he was getting ready to like wind up and hit the dude in the back of the head.
Shit. Why'd they let him back in?
That's what I was like. Why wasn't the cops called? So they fight again. Another fight starts, and it ends up coming like it's like that dust cloud that you see in like cartoons.
Yeah.
And it ends up in our like section of the bar, and there's like 10 of us. There's like a bunch of girls sitting at the table that we're with. And like me and Zach are like, girls, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. And we like jumping from like trying to keep these guys away. Like I got a pool stick, like fucking. Just
oh my God, Johnny!
Pry people off, but they're like bouncing into us and shit. And security's all over them. They're trying to get him outside again. And Zach's like screaming, call the fucking cops. Like, why is no one calling the cops? And they finally get him outside. And then a fucking brawl, dude. Everyone's going outside and fighting.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like all these guys are outside just in the parking lot fighting each other. And then they finally call the cops.
Wow.
I was like, what in the hell? Like
World star.
Exactly. People were screaming that video.
Of course they were.
But so one of the waitresses finally calls the cops, and I was like, dude, that is like so stupid because you're like encouraging people like to fight, and that happened. They let 2 fights happen in the bar basically without calling the police.
Yeah,
like that's just
like,
sending a signal. Like
it'll
go
stop
ahead.
on its own. It'll be fine.
Start a fight in our bar. We won't do anything about it. Basically.
Well, they'll drink more and just calm down.
Exactly. That's what like. What?
No.
Yeah, that's what they were thinking. God dang, it was wild, but that was definitely a night.
It's funny because I know I've met Zach and he doesn't really like. He's very like stoic with his words. He doesn't get like excited, so I can only imagine somebody call the fucking cops.
He's like pissed. He's like, yeah, exactly. He's like, why is no one calling the police? Like screaming at the staff. The security's not doing anything. Finally, like a big black dude just pulled the two guys apart.
Yeah.
And then he just like kind of threw them outside. And then that's when the real fun. The cops got
real
called.
fun.
We left. We went outside. There's like a dude shirtless, handcuffed, basically. Like he was probably my age too. You know,
It
like
was Johnny.
a young guy.
There's a twist.
I'm in the
He
Lowell
was the
Tribune
naked
tomorrow.
man.
But yeah. So fucking, we went to a different bar. They're doing karaoke at the Silver Bullet, which is like mine and Zach's like little go-to place to do karaoke. But I wasn't drinking, so I didn't do karaoke last night. Got to have a few beers in me to really do it. I had like 2 beers, and I was like, wasn't feeling it.
This was like 12 o'clock at night.
It was like 1
Way
o'clock
past
at
Johnny's
this time, dude. I was ready to go home. But
people don't really. I mean, listening to the podcast because I'm obviously a fan.
Yeah.
But people don't realize like how good of a musician you are. Like in your whole family, like I mean, it's just it's unbelievable, like how talented
Thanks,
you are,
man.
and you go from like instrument to instrument,
and
you're helping like each person along the way, like super patience. Like you would be a good parent if you knew what the hell you were talking about. Like you know music, so therefore you're able. Well, no, you just do this, and like no, it's fine, you're good. And like I'm just sucking my ass off and terrible at a song, but like no, you're doing good,
dude. It's just fun. That's the thing.
But you're so good at it. It's crazy.
Means a lot.
So you don't need alcohol, John.
Yeah, I mean,
your mom wanted me to say that.
Thank you. He's like, hey, tell Johnny on
Just
the
tell
podcast.
John.
what you
I was
just
wondering why you're reading that off your phone, you know?
He's got like an AA fucking brochure in his hand.
Right.
As I drink a tequila tonic
Step
and fucking
1.
We're
We're back to step 1.
Oh man, those happy hour deals got me, man.
Oh, man.
But no, it was like we went to the Silver Bowl. Yeah, we jammed before, and
Yeah.
I like you said, like it's a good time. I just like to have fun with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a we try to just have a good time. But yeah, I didn't really do karaoke. People were doing like a lot of country music, and like people were dancing and shit to it. So I was like, I'm not about to get up there and like do some 70s or 80s rock music and like kill the mood, but I should have.
Yeah, you should have.
But it was basically a huge high school reunion last night. Saw like a bunch of people. I'll tell you after the podcast, Mike, because I don't want to say it on the air.
All right, that's
Call
Saw a bunch of people at the square. If I saw you, what's up? And I went back to my car. I had a ginger ale in my car while I was sitting. This is the
course you did.
Snapchat.
Yeah, here it comes.
You didn't get it for some reason, Mike, apparently. But
I told you don't like to talk to me unless we're here at the podcast. It's fine.
Save it for the podcast.
Yeah.
I probably honestly was thinking that, but I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know why I would have sent it to you then.
Yeah.
But I get back, and there's like a half-open Canada Dry in my cup holder, and the lights are off. I turn the engine on, and I just grab it out of instinct and like drink it. And there's like something crawling around my mouth. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I turn the lights on. Dude, there's ants all over the top of my soda can and my mouth.
God,
Everywhere.
Dude, tiny little ants.
Everywhere.
Like little sugar ants.
everywhere.
Yeah.
You
all,
freak.
It was
all around my front.
Drinking
console.
ants?
Dude.
Oh.
It freaked me out a little bit. I definitely ate some.
Oh, my God.
Definitely
That's protein for you, boy.
It was a little fucked up, man.
Holy shit.
But,
that's like a horror movie.
I sent a Snapchat, and I got a video. It was pretty fun. I was like, well, I definitely ate some of these fucking things tonight, so it was funny. Oh, I have some super big news that I was saving for the podcast.
Ooh.
I've been keeping this a secret for 2 weeks from anyone because I didn't want to spoil the moment. Recently, I've been getting a lot of pressure from Mike and others, Casey, to buy a new gaming system.
Hold on.
So I was in Valpo the other day at a GameStop just perusing the used gaming consoles.
Hold on.
And I went back and I was like talking to the dude. I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to buy a used system. He's like, all right, man, we'll get you all checked out. What are you looking at? And I was like, you know what? I'll get a Nintendo 3DS XL, baby.
We're done.
You ruined it.
Done. I'm going. I'm leaving. Good. Bye. It's a pleasure.
That's like video game blue balls right there.
Son of a bitch, Johnny.
So much build up for nothing.
Oh my God, I have blue balls right now.
Mike definitely thought I bought a PlayStation 4.
You
And
bought a
I
fucking
did.
Nintendo
It hurts.
3DS.
And it's the best thing I've bought in a while.
You're the
honestly.
nastiest hooker I've ever met in my life.
Just as painful.
Oh, Jesse's you're a Sony guy, aren't you, Jesse? You got a PS4.
I got PS4. I mean, I don't know.
Because he's a gamer.
Yeah,
It's true.
basically.
I just got pissed at Microsoft.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
That's everyone.
I got pissed
honestly.
the last. I mean, I was Xbox 360 got me back into games, playing Halo actually, and if you're not used to like doing the 2 analog controller,
right?
So I just like sorted it up nonstop, just sorting people.
Jesus Christ,
and Halo, yeah, just all the time. Like, where can I find that energy sword? Yeah, like nonstop.
And the power moves
all the time.
Oh my God.
But then after once 360 got over, and you're moving on to either Xbox One or PS4,
right?
It came out with all the Microsoft stuff that they were not going to allow, like pre-used games at like GameStop and
dude, it's
disc
insane.
replay and all that. Yeah, and so I was turned off by that whole way that they kind of handled that. Even though, like, I mean, as we talked before, I mean, privately, they do give you games like online digitally and stuff like that you can do. But I was just kind of upset at the way that they went about it. So I was just like, you know what, fuck you, I'm gonna go Sony. So I went Sony with it.
The Sony route seems to be like the way to start. Like, I don't know. They seem to have their shit together a little bit. Mike is stewing over here. I wish people could
I'm not
see
even.
it.
I'm going to.
I thought about this. I was like,
it's so
I
ridiculous.
literally played it. I was like, dude, I'm going to tell Mike I bought a new system and not tell him which one it is. But honestly, it's badass. So the games I bought with it were the new Pokemon Sun.
Yes.
Which,
that's a redeeming quality for you.
I haven't played any new Pokemon games since Crystal on Game Boy Color.
Damn, that was a long ass time
insane.
ago.
Like the storyline, there's like an actual plot, like, and it's got cutscenes to it, and like, it's, I don't know, it's badass. And then I got the new Super Smash for it, which is really fun too.
Oh, the
Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, I
for
gotcha.
3DS. Yeah. So this is like my most latest handheld device since like a Game Boy SP, I think.
You're such a bitch. I Snapchatted people too. I was like,
advanced.
Johnny asked me what handheld game system he should get. I was like, everybody Snapchat him. They should get a PS4 and stop being a bitch.
Casey was like, I know you're looking at handhelds. Get a fucking PS4 so you can play Call of Duty with me and Mike. And I was like, nah. So I bought a 3DS XL. It was like $100.
It's like a spit in the face.
Yeah. And I got 2 games.
Well, my kids have like 3DSs and
Yeah,
stuff.
because I snapped you too. I was like, what should I? I was like, what am I?
Yeah, and I was just like, dude, don't get one of those. Like, just don't do it. I was like, because I was saying to him, like, because I sent him like the Battlefield stuff that's coming out. And I'm like, oh, we can have a whole squad.
That looks
and
badass.
It'd be so much fun. And then he fucks it up with
He
this.
spat in your face.
Yeah, well, and I was just like, I was trying to steer him away from getting that. I'm like, just get like an app, like, the Assassin's Creed.
like,
they
it's
have like
$8.
the Black Flag, like Pirates game, or
Right.
whatever, or you could do like Super Mario Run, just as like a fun thing to mess around with when you're in
That's a
line or
fun
something.
one.
Yeah.
But how
such
dare
a
you?
dumbass.
My inner 12-year-old came
dare
out
you.
at the GameStop.
You were right there.
And the dude
you just
like
had
was-
to pull the trigger, and instead you put it in your asshole.
The dude was like, he like definitely fucking hoodwinked me too with all like, he's like, you want to get the gaming fucking membership card? I was like,
that what he
nah.
said?
And I was like, no, dude, I don't want it. He's like, you're gonna save $30 if you get it today. It's only $10. You'll save $20. I was like, fuck it, just put it on it. I guess.
Just do it.
Whatever. I don't know. I'm not gonna get out of here alive without doing it. So
Got pressured.
do it. So yeah, I bought a 3DS XL. I'm addicted to it. Honestly, I played every night. Oh my God. I'm playing Pokemon Sun. So I picked the. I was looking at the starters, and I wanted to text you so bad to ask advice, like what starters to get. So I just had to go on Bulbapedia and look everything.
Who'd you
up.
choose?
The owl, Rowlet.
Rowlet?
I wanted, because it was grass at first, and then it's like flying dark when it evolves to its third form. Yeah.
No.
It's not?
No.
What is it at the end?
Grass Ghost.
Grass Ghost, that's
Yeah.
it. Or, it's flying too, isn't it?
No.
Well, that's some bullshit. I should have chose the fire cat. Litten.
Lit because it's lit tin.
That thing looked pretty sick too, though.
Yeah.
It was tough. I definitely wasn't choosing that dumbass water one.
I chose him.
Yeah, of
Poplio?
course you
My
did.
man Poplio?
You regretted it though.
Yeah, I kind of did.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. All right, guys, we are gonna take a quick break here at the Cyber Shindig Podcast. Stick around because things are only gonna get weirder. We'll see you soon. And welcome back to the Cyber Shindig, you guys. Hope you had a great 0.5 second break. We had a pretty fucking awesome break, honestly. There's so much shit we can't tell you that went on behind the scenes here.
I broke Johnny's 3DS. I just slammed it on the ground.
Dude, I'd be so mad. But thankfully, I have that protection plan on it from GameStop because the guy wouldn't let me leave.
I killed that guy. You don't have it anymore.
Oh, jeez. Without spending an extra $20. And in case you were wondering, guys, dude, our first guest on the podcast today went way out of his way.
A legend.
Legend. He brought me a 12-pack of Coors Light and Mike a whole fucking case of Dr. Pepper. Who does that?
I already opened it, but
Yeah.
there.
That's like a half drink of Dr. Pepper. So thank you again, Jesse. That's
Welcome,
badass. You didn't need to do that,
Yeah,
but
thanks.
I will take it. Anyways, I forgot to tell you guys something really funny that happened this morning. Probably because it happens kind of early. Like right after I got out of bed this morning, my mom was doing stuff outside, and I went outside to see if she needed a hand. She's like pulling stuff out of her like pots and plants and stuff, and like she takes this bag off one of her planters, and there's just like this small little mouse just sitting there, dude. And she lost her mind. I've never seen her freak out this hard. She's like, runs behind me, pushes me towards it. I'm like, it is a mouse. What is wrong? Like it had no harm at all. Like, and it literally just sat there, probably shit its pants, and while this crazy woman's flailing her arms and screaming. And then it just ran off, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And then like, so she was doing yard work still, and then like I sneak up with like a little tiny like piece of hose, and I like go on her back. I'm like, "Watch out for the mouse!" And like rub it on her back, and she freaked out again. So that was pretty funny.
Oh man,
I forgot to tell you guys early in the breakdown of the week, but that was something that happened today.
Well, she's such a nice person. I mean, she's unbelievable. She really, and like it's funny, like you call me a guest, but like really you're a guest here all day long. You know, right?
Exactly.
I mean, I always thought it was funny, like listening, like knowing your family and how great they are.
Yeah.
And then, but listening to the first podcast, and you're just like strippers. And, and like f-bombs.
I basically had to tell my parents and loved ones that they can't listen to this.
You guys are done.
So they're like, "How's the podcast?" I was like, "It's good. Don't listen to it. Just know we're doing all right. Yeah. We got some good listeners."
Advice. Yeah.
I remember,
which I love that episode.
That was fun.
It was great.
That was just out of the blue too. Like,
I think our first voicemail was Carol saying, you know, be more like Mike. I don't like those f-bombs being dropped.
I don't really like those f-bombs.
So funny.
I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, I just show her like the funny videos that I post on Instagram. And that's like some of them I don't show her, but like the okay ones that I post on Facebook.
Yeah,
those ones I show her.
The okay ones,
the PG ones for that sake. But yeah, she's a lovely woman.
That's awesome.
She puts up with a lot of my shit, especially like pranks and like Snapchat stories and videos and stuff. Oh, it's funny. Anyways, we wanted to play. We're bringing it back by popular demand from you guys. We've heard that you like the 5-second game. I'll play it. I'm not good at it, but I'll play it.
Everybody just really likes hearing you.
Yeah, Mike's the fucking 5-second king, and I'm sitting over here trying to come up with. Like,
that's what people like.
3 books or something. I can't even name 3 damn books.
Oh man, I got some easier ones for you that I made.
Thank
up,
God.
So it's nothing too
and
crazy.
we got the silly timer and stuff. Oh, addressing what's on the table. I bought a new. This is the first one I've ever bought. Actually, it's one of those pop cartoon like figurines.
Yeah,
it's Butters from South Park, who's like one of my favorite characters. Well, that's me. Everyone knows it's Butters.
That's me.
Yeah, that's better.
Every episode now, there's gonna be more pop song. You're gonna go crazy.
They're only
Your
$5.
whole basement's gonna be only $5.
It's not bad for a piece of plastic, I guess. But I was asking Mike, I was like, should I take it out of the box? He's like, what? Don't you take that thing out of the box? He's
I
like,
was pretty pissed about the
crazy?
whole thing.
He's like, are you fucking kidding me?
I was like, are you a devil worshiper?
That's hilarious.
So we have the 5-second game on deck here, guys. Mike has some personalized ones, and then Jesse and we are just going to draw from the deck here. So for those of you that don't know at home, there's like a 5-second timer that we have here on the table, and then you're given a question. So like, for example, name 3 blue things, and then Mike will flip the timer over, and I'll have to name three blue things, like Mike's PS4 balls or whatever.
They're so blue.
So blue right now. But that's basically the gist. If you don't name 3 things, then you lose. And I've been doing that a lot with this game. So
you never get punished though, because we understand.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna do Mike first. So I'm gonna quiz Mike first, and then we'll just go around this way. Is that cool? So I'll do Mike. Mike can do Jesse. Jesse can do me. Is that right?
Sounds like a perfect 3-way.
Really
yeah.
Nice. So the first threesome on the Cyber Shindig Podcast, and you're hearing it right here, baby. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Name the. God, I cannot fucking read on this podcast. It's a 1-sentence line.
You got to the second word.
Name 3. I couldn't even say that. I couldn't even read that off a fucking card.
All right,
ready?
Yep.
Name 3 things that are not good dry.
Jello, soup, and sex.
Oh my God! Wow, sex definitely is not good dry. That's for sure. That is for true.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, so you're gonna do Jesse, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Have you ever played this game, Jesse?
Do me. No.
Do me.
No.
Me.
I've never played this game. I've never lost at this game. I mean, until now I'm going to play
All
Mike.
right.
So,
all right. Name 3 places that would be a good place to hide a dead body.
Cole's dressing room, this yard out here, and Mike's bedroom.
Oh,
All right,
got it.
very good. Yeah,
Cole's
the last ball
dressing
didn't
room.
drop.
I'm gonna have to remember that one.
Cole, I have a really weird Cole's dressing room story.
Are you able to share it on the podcast?
Yeah, sure.
Let's
Why
Go
not?
ahead, yeah.
Let's just fuck it. So it's a shit show. I'm wearing pink.
Yeah, you're wearing
headphones. Yeah, normally you come over to people's places
asks for them,
and you're
everyone.
gonna be a guest, and they're like, no, sleep in my bed, or like, here, have the good microphone, or here, have the good headphones. Like, I literally have these like cartoon, like white and pink headphones on right now that Johnny just gave me. He's like, no, you look good in them. Like it's just super positive, optimistic.
Pride Week, dude. You
Like,
gotta
this is
wear it.
shit show. All right, but yeah,
It's got like
Cole-
a hand-me-down like equipment, basically.
All right. So Cole's dressing room. Back in my day when I was a little bit skinnier and I was dating and everything. Well, there was this lady that was in Chicago, and she was like a big advertising representative, and like big job, big money job. And so we were just talking online, like we met online or whatever. And she had a lot of money, and
Nice.
she was like, hey, I was like saying, no, I can't hang out or whatever. I got to go run errands, whatever.
Right.
And she's like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I have to go buy boxer briefs. And she was like, I'll take you.
No
I'm
way.
Like,
That's
Damn.
You'll take me. I'm like,
Man.
okay. So she
Interesting,
took
huh?
me and literally like bought me boxer briefs. And like,
That's great.
So we were both
weird
in the
first date,
It's so weird. No, it wasn't a first.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
it was like I'd hung out with her before, like Navy Pier and stuff.
Right,
but,
right.
But like, so we go into the dressing room, and she's just sitting there, and literally, I'm just taking my pants
like
off
slower.
and just trying
Look
on
at
boxer
me.
briefs.
Look
Yeah.
at me when you take those
I'm
off.
like, so the boxers or the boxer briefs and like literally, I'm still wearing those boxer briefs.
They're lucky boxer
Cole's,
briefs, dude.
Cole's dressing
Hell
room. It's
yeah.
magical.
That's
you can hide
hilarious.
bodies. You can-
Magical.
Hide bodies, you
great.
can do little strip teases for
Whatever you
people,
need.
people you meet online. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Holy
there you
shit.
go. So anyway, sorry.
That's crazy.
No, I like
Fucking
it.
wild. All right. Back to the name or
Next
back
card.
to this fucking game, whatever the hell. So you are gonna do me, Jesse. So if you want to grab
Do you?
whatever card from there, I'll take the timer down here.
Yes.
I'll just start it. This is gonna be bad already. I know. Oh Jesus.
All right. Name 3 places you'd hate to get a pimple.
My balls, my nipple, and probably the middle of my forehead.
Oh,
Hey,
Got it
that was
time.
good, Johnny. That's the first time he's ever
got it.
completed
Nailed
one
it.
of these.
Look at that.
It's usually because Mike comes up with some wonky ass questions. It's like, where would you hide a body? I don't know. I'd probably say a
don't
ditch. I don't know, a graveyard.
Jesse got it easy.
It was
Yeah,
all.
Would
no
you think
problem.
a graveyard would be a good place to hide a body?
Yeah.
They probably just think that someone
It's like finding
dug up a body or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, fucking Doug didn't dig the hole again. Yeah, that's what they'd be
He got
thinking.
washed up or something.
Son of a bitch.
These damn shallow graves. All right, I'm going to do you here, Mike. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Food and drink that makes your urine stink.
Avocados, celery, and briskets.
What?
What?
Briskets?
Yeah.
Briskets?
Yeah.
When did brisket make your urine stink?
I don't know. Can.
I mean, that might actually be a good show name. Food and drinks that make your urine stink.
What was that one that always makes it stink? I couldn't think of it in that second.
Asparagus.
Asparagus.
Right, asparagus.
That's
A
what
lot
I
of
meant to say.
greens make your pee.
Yeah.
I don't know
smell
why I
bad.
thought briskets
some
instead
reason.
of asparagus.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know
Johnny,
why.
A little arms.
How much brisket are you eating that you notice?
Don't fucking worry about it, man.
Smell?
All right. Name 3 things you shouldn't say to a police officer.
Yes, I'm drawing a blank.
That's a tough one, dude.
That's
See, he
brutal.
comes up with some fucking hard ass
That's
questions.
brutal.
Do one for me.
3 things
one
to say
for
to
you?
a
Of
cop.
one of your-
No,
on
let's
your
do
list.
Have him
Okay.
do it real quick. What are 3 things? Cop, go.
Have sex with me, fuck off, and give me that gun, boy.
So
Give me that
good at
gun.
it. I don't get it.
Yeah, give me that gun.
Give me that gun.
Johnny,
Do one for
name
me, yeah.
3 things you shouldn't put on a pizza.
Oh, pineapple, dead babies, and live fish.
See?
There we go. That one's easier than fucking
Live
cop, though.
fish.
Dead babies. Oh, Jesus Christ. You want to do one more each?
Yeah, sure.
We'll do one
be
more
fun.
each.
Sure, good.
Okay.
Do it. What do I?
So I'm gonna
Here you
do Mike. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, Jesus. Hang on. I'm gonna stump him.
Good luck.
Okay. Ooh, this is a good one.
If you're able to read it, Johnny.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Excuse me. Name 3 gay men.
Clayton, Bill Cosby, and Ronald Reddens.
What was the last
I
one?
meant to say Ronald Reagan.
None of those except for Clayton are true. You lose, Mike. You lose.
I did not get that. You caught me way off
That's
guard.
it. You fucking lost, brother.
I was like expecting 3 different types of fruit.
Hey, wait, hang on. What is this one? There it is.
That's
That's a SpongeBob failure.
All right.
All right, go for it, Jesse. Or you're doing Jesse, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm always doing Jesse.
Do them easy now.
Yeah, okay. Name 3 state capitals.
Indianapolis, Annapolis, and Jackson.
That's
Is Annapolis one? Yeah.
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know.
Annapolis?
I don't know.
I know Minneapolis is.
Minneapolis, yeah.
St. Paul. Yeah. I mean, I could name all 50 of them, but
Can you really?
in 5 seconds,
five
no.
seconds?
In 5 seconds,
In
no.
5 seconds, no.
It's something that knowing your time
There's
really
that
screws with
It
you.
is.
I know so many gay men, but as soon as the timer, I was
Exactly.
like, shit, who's gay?
Mike
Clayton.
has a lot of suitors. So
Me and these headphones.
Yeah, right? These pink ass headphones.
All right, Jesse, you want to do one more
Yep.
to Johnny?
Yeah.
Here you go. Ready?
Yep.
Name 3 ways you deal with a hemorrhoid.
Oh, cream, going to the doctor, and maybe putting ice and not pushing hard when you poop.
Ooh, he gave you 4.
Not speaking from personal experience or anything, but
Johnny, you were all worried about it. You did real well this
dude,
time.
I
Look
don't
at you,
know,
man.
I think it's just because we use these cards instead of your bullshit questions.
First of all, my bullshit questions are fine.
They're actually good. They're actually hard.
Oh, man.
They are good though. So remember, if you've listened to episodes in the past, like the first few, I would always do these like online dating fails, basically, and it just so happens I think online dating for me is kind of, it seems hopeless, and Jesse kind of can commiserate with me a little bit.
Yeah,
here.
it's a shit show.
Especially being a father, you're like, dude, you don't even know half of it. Like,
Yeah.
once you get up into the, he's like, just wait till you get older and try to do this shit. But
Yeah.
So recently, I had someone on Bumble message me and ask me to make her laugh. She's like, make me laugh. She's like, say something to make me laugh. And I was like, ooh, this is a good one. And I was sitting at a bar with Cole at Mi Ranchito, the little ranch, and we were having beers and eating. I was like, what the fuck should I say to her? He's like, are you interested in her? And I was like, no. I'll probably just try to like say something weird to her. He's like, all right. He's like, look some shit up online. I was like, okay. So she's like, hey, Johnny, can you try to make me laugh? Winky face. And I said, what's the difference between a baby and a dartboard?
Oh, no.
Any different? Any guesses?
I feel like it's not going to do
what's
well.
What's the difference between a baby and a dartboard? Dartboards don't bleed. And I said, I was like, that doing anything for you? And she comments back, LOL, it was funny.
Oh,
Yeah,
There
she
you
liked
go.
it, dude.
you got her to laugh.
I was like, God damn, all right. And then some other girl just messaged me, and I was going to ask you, Jesse, because I know you come up with some pretty fucking funny stuff that I want you to share here soon. 2 truths and a lie, go. I want to make them all lies, but make them super dark.
Ooh.
Like
Like
should I
you
say,
eat like dogs?
I buried a body once in my backyard. I used to microwave kittens when I was young, like shit, like something weird.
That's
you know
pretty
what I
good.
mean?
All lies.
I might have to.
Those are all truths, though. You got to make a lie, Johnny.
You have to do a lie.
So I'm gonna consult Jesse, and if we can't do it on the pod, I'll let you guys know what that comes out to be. We can think about it. But dude, I want to know what your take is on online dating, like these days.
Well, like for somebody like me, like I don't really drink, I mean, except for this. Like I brought this over. I'm like, you know what?
That's
I'm
cider.
gonna,
That's hard cider.
That's hard cider.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I thought
man.
it was just apple cider.
No, I middled you guys.
I like
because, I middled it.
All right, heck yeah.
But yeah, no, I just did it for this. But
I like it.
so it's like it's hard for me because I don't go to any bars or
Right.
anything like that, and so really online is really the only way that I really can meet people or get to know people
Yeah.
or talk to them and screen out certain
The
people.
crazies
Yeah,
that- yeah.
it's
If
and
you
it's-
can.
yeah,
You know.
and no, you don't, and that's the whole point.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's you could try the best you can to try and filter it out, but,
Right.
But there's no filtering.
You can't unless you meet them.
It's and then even then it's nuts. So I'll give you one story. So I'd met somebody, we'd talking online, and it was a connection like and this is like we're talking 6 years ago or something. But it was like a really, really good connection. Like everything was like finishing each other's sentences.
that's
like
cool.
You're like, oh man,
Yeah.
this is cool. You
Right.
finally meet somebody. Meet in person, same kind of thing. Like
No
same,
shit.
yeah. It was like, oh, this
That's
is awesome.
exciting.
Cool,
Yeah, it's like finally exciting.
Uh-huh.
You feel that thing in your
A
belly.
little spark.
Yeah, and so then the weekend comes, and so I sent her a message and just no response back for a day because I'm not gonna like message a message
right.
that, you know,
You're not that kind of guy who's
no,
like
exactly
hammered her
right and some of it is like I can see the shit show from women's perspective where it's like you get these guys and like they say hi,
oh jeez,
you're too good,
exactly.
and then they get mad and they're like, well fine, bye, like and then she's
all
like,
in the span of 5 minutes,
like, come on, like, I was at work, dude, or whatever,
right,
you got stuff
chill
going
out.
on.
So that was me. So like I was like, all right, I'll send something. Didn't hear anything Friday. Right. Didn't hear anything Saturday. And then Sunday came along and she was like, well, I just want to let you know, I've been, just going through a lot. I'm just getting out of the divorce and all this stuff. Okay. And I just really need to focus on my kids and my. And I go, no problem.
Exactly.
Man. Thank you
You're
for saying it.
At least she said something to you.
I appreciate you being honest. Like totally, totally get it.
Right.
So then she's like, all right, so I'll see you later. I was like, all right, good luck, like, have a good day.
Well.
So then like Wednesday rolls around and she starts talking to me again. And I was like, well, this is
just
like, I was
figured out in 2 days.
I was like, dude, this is amazing. You're like, you are the one. Like, I'm like, shit. So then we start talking and just like, we went right back into it, just like talking and in the meantime, we had like met and just, like I said, just talked and I think we might've kissed but that's it. It wasn't anything like sexual of any kind. So then Friday comes up again, and she's gone again. I'm dead serious.
Like a weekend.
It's so weird.
Takes off.
And the thing is that she like one of the conversations we'd had, like she had a working arrangement where like she knew somebody that I knew, and is
that how you? You didn't meet that way though, right? You
no,
met online.
We met online.
So that was just a coincidence.
Just a coincidence that like, I mean, if there's somebody in Lowell, probably like I will know somebody or know somebody else.
Did she live in the area too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
she
wasn't like 100 miles away in like Illinois somewhere in Chicago.
Nope. So she was right here. So that's part of it. And so so like then like so there's this guy that like she was kind of like hooking up with that's just kind of like a fuck boy for better
pretty much.
Word.
Yeah.
And and they all knew what it was, was about.
Exactly.
And so I was just like, that he's not really a good dude. And I would be like the first person to be like, he's a really good guy. Like I really like him.
You talk
and, whatever.
people up even like, I mean, unless they're really fucked up.
Right.
Like,
yeah. I mean, typically speaking, like I'm not going to be the guy that's like, well, he sucks, so therefore I'm better.
Right.
Like,
you're not dragging
that's just not who I am. Yeah.
People down.
So, but I was just like, that's not a really good dude. He's not a good person.
Yeah.
Like, just not a good person. I grew up with him. We were talking about somebody else during the break. Not a good person.
You're right.
Same kind of situation. So,
shit.
So anyway, so we get to the weekend.
Little gossipy boys on this.
Right, I know, little gossipy.
I love it though. It's funny.
So we get to the weekend and she just ghosts me again, and I'm just like, this is so weird.
Yeah.
So I was playing baseball at that time, and we were going through like it was in between a doubleheader.
Okay.
And so I'm just sitting there in my car.
It was like a co-ed league or whatever, like one of those.
No, it was an adult league.
Oh, really?
Cool. There were dudes, and it was a really good competition. Like dudes with baseball cards, and it was we had 4 dudes on our team that threw 90. Just really good team. Yeah, it was a good team. Yeah, so it was fun. But in between that, we so I get this phone call, and I'm like, we have a half hour, so I'm just like, what is the so she's calling me, and I'm like,
this is on the weekend, right?
What is going? Yeah, I'm like, what is the deal? Right. And so I answer it, and she goes, okay, I have something that I have to tell you, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, and pretty much at this point, I'm like, well, this is over.
I'm
like,
pregnant
there's no
from
way.
that kiss.
Oh no!
She said, I am pregnant.
No.
She said, I am pregnant. And I was like, well, oh my God, it's not mine. Like, I was like, it's not mine. I knew that. Like, I was like, if I knew anything, I'm like, okay, oh my God, that's like the first time I've been like, oh God, I'm glad I didn't sleep with somebody. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is so great, abstinence. So it's like the first time it worked. So then like she goes on to tell me like the whole thing, and she's like, it's with this guy. It was that guy that we were talking about. Yeah.
No shit.
And here's what ended up happening. She goes, yeah, I told him. And what he said was he knew that her and I had been talking, and he said, you know what? Jesse's a really good guy. You should go sleep with Jesse and tell him that the kid is his.
What the fuck?
Dead serious.
Holy shit.
100% truth to the story.
Christ.
That's like a soap opera.
Yeah. Yes.
What the fuck?
And I was just like,
she's trying to trap your ass.
Shit. Well, the thing was like, yeah, he was.
He was trying
like,
to push the blame off.
And she was being honest. Like she was,
that was cool. At least she didn't try to do that.
Shout out to her.
Because that totally could have happened. So then she was just like, okay, so.
God.
So she's like, so what do we go from here? And I'm like, well, you guys have a lot to work on there.
Right,
I mean, like, you guys are
That's
expecting,
a big deal.
and she's like, so what do you mean you're not going to talk to me anymore? And I'm like, no, that's exactly what it means. I'm like, I'm not going to get involved in all this. And she's like, yeah, but we could still talk and blah blah blah. And I'm like, wow, dude. No, I'm gonna go play baseball. That's all I know about the world.
Coach tennis and play baseball.
From now on, that's all I know. So,
oh my
Lowell's a fucked up place.
Yeah,
holy shit!
What a show, man!
It's like Riverdale up in here.
Yeah, seriously, that is like goddamn soap opera. Like I don't understand why. Like, you'd think that she would want to spend some time to figure things out between her and him, but she was probably just like, nah, I guess like
well, and from his perspective, he's just like, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go.
He's out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work. Yeah, I'm gonna go into a different state.
Do whatever
so
you need
far
to
away.
do.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm not gonna be, a part of this baby's life. I'm not going to. You really need to figure something else out. I'm not the answer. Yeah.
Jesus.
And that's.
Fuck that guy too, because he
Yeah.
tried to fucking pin it on.
I
God damn.
totally agree.
Mike's getting fired up.
I am. That pisses
He's
me
having a
off.
fired up
Yeah.
episode. He's
Like,
getting
what the
all
hell?
sorts of emotions today.
I like to believe in the best in people,
Oh
like
my
even if they're assholes.
God.
But you can't
Dude,
put a spin on that.
that is crazy. Yeah, I don't understand like his thinking in that, like, and like you said, shout out to her for not like trying to
right?
go through with that plan.
Yeah.
because that's terrifying.
Yeah.
To have that kind of news dropped on you, like,
Right.
God, like you said, thank God you didn't do anything with her, because
Yeah,
that could have very
abstinence.
easily been a shit show.
Oh yeah, I mean, and there's probably no topping that as far as like a dating story would
my
go.
God.
But there's so many others, like just dating people online. Like I'm a person that just keeps to his word,
Right.
So it's like, okay, if we make plans or whatever it is,
You stick with it.
I stick with it,
Yeah.
and like I
And there's
you know,
very few people that do that.
You
these
said
days.
be here too. I'm like, I'm
And you're
here too.
You're like
Here, I'm
here
pulling
like
up.
a little bit early and like
Yeah.
on time and shit.
That's what I mean.
Not like me, Mike.
I was looking at you the whole time when
whole
he was
time.
saying about
He's like-
being on time.
I was like,
and
yeah,
shit.
he'll probably be here like 5 minutes early, if not at 2:00. Mike's like, that's nice.
Must be great.
Well, like to me, like, and it's I'm actually a person, and they said like studies wise, like if you're an optimistic person, they
Right.
typically say that you're trying to think of ways to like fit in your time to be able to like get this done or that
Exactly.
done. So you will run late more than
Right.
other people will. It's a weird thing,
Dude,
So you're
it's-
pessimistic as fuck, Mike. Oh, no,
Probably.
I'm just kidding.
It's that's honestly
no,
because
no, but that's what they say.
like time
Yeah.
management for me
Does
I
not
like-
exist.
No, I never. The thing is, I just never say no to anyone. Like I like
Yeah.
do shit.
Hold on a
Okay.
second. I think we
There's a
had on a
few
Facebook
times.
message. Hold on, I'm getting all my wires crossed. We've been asking him to go to the zoo for about 3 weeks now. Every time we ask
That's
a date
family
or something,
party though. Like
I don't know about
like,
that.
dude, tonight like Casey messaged me. She's like, "Hey, I'm having a bonfire or whatever. Like, we're gonna do like me, you, and Mike and Mal are just gonna like, if you want to come by, Mike and Mal's gonna be there. We're gonna like eat s'mores and drink beer." I was like, "Awesome! Like, I think I might be going out, but I'm gonna stop by for sure." And then Cole messaged me. He's like, "Dude, I'm going to see a band at Buddy and Pals tonight." I was like, "I'm in. I'll do that like later tonight." And then I'm like, "Dude, I can't do all this shit at once."
That's where he gets fucked.
And then
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm gonna be like running to 5 different places tonight. So
You're
So
just
then
so
he's like-
likable. You're
Yeah.
so likable.
just like, God damn it. Whatever.
but yeah,
Oh,
but that's go
it's,
ahead.
It's nuts. No, I'm just saying, like, dating these days, like, you're on the same train as me. It seems so hopeless online. I don't know. I have had zero luck.
Yeah.
I'm on just about every online dating platform from Bumble.
You're making girls laugh though. You know?
Apparently not the right ones, so that was a fucking joke. Like, oh my God.
But it is weird though. Like and like for me, it's like you'll like I would say in the last like 5 dates that I've said, hey, let's go on a date, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I maybe 4 out of the 5 canceled or
Damn.
stood me up
Well,
or
that's the thing,
wanted
yeah.
to show up 2 hours late or 3 hours late and like I had one of them that basically was just like, okay, well, I can get together now, and it's like 2 hours later or 3 hours later, I'm like, no,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I respect myself too
You
much.
wanna
Like
plan
I
it
can't.
at
You gotta have prep time.
Yeah,
What if you
yeah.
have to poop? You gotta, you gotta plan that shit out,
that
man.
bowel movement
Literally.
literally.
But it was, I mean, there's been times, there was another friend of mine, there was a girl that I would plan dates. Like, so I would have these like extravagant dates planned as like a first date. Cause my whole thing was like, okay, on the first date, I wanted something for us to remember.
Yeah, it's a
like,
first
we're going to have
impression.
a cool first date that 20 years from now we can go, hey, our first date, and it was fun.
You
and
tell
blah,
your
blah, blah.
kids about
Yeah.
it and stuff. Be like,
So
this is how we met.
I used to plan these like really cool first dates, and I got to the point where you get stood up so many times, and you have like tickets to Second
Oh,
City,
dude.
or you have
Damn.
like all these different baseball games,
Right,
And
yeah. Oh, yeah.
going to like stuff like going to the zoo.
Yeah.
So I used to literally, I used to have like this. I used to have a girl that was literally like a fill-in. like for dates like this, and I would actually tell her ahead of time, hey, I've got this other date that's happening, and not in like a jerk way. Like
she was a friend.
Yeah, she was a friend. Like so I was just
cool
like, hey, if I find out like a half hour before, like, I mean, hey, this is coming up, like, if you want, like, I got tickets, you can come to go see a baseball game or go, whatever. Yeah, and she was like, this is the greatest thing ever.
I get wine and
she got like all these dates like for free,
God
and
damn.
like, but it's just people just do not stick to their word, and it's
so,
fucked up.
I don't even know if I would if I really did talk to a girl on like Tinder or Bumble or something like that. Dude, I don't even know if I would I'm just terrified to meet someone that I've never talked to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm
You're
like
such
old
an
school.
extroverted guy, though.
I know, but I'm like old school where like I want to talk to someone before I make the decision to ask him on an actual date.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell knows what you're getting yourself into?
Yeah.
Like, I don't like to put myself in awkward positions as it is.
Right.
Yeah, we're here in the podcast.
Sometimes it just happens. Yeah, exactly. But here we go.
What are some things though on like profile? Like, I have a whole list of things in my head of
red
profile.
flags?
Yeah, red flag profile things. So you go and then I'll go.
Red flags. Jesus, too many piercings.
Okay.
Girls that make it a point to say they're 420 friendly. That's kind of weird. Like, whatever. Like, if you like it, that's fine. You don't have to fucking announce it to everyone.
I think flipping off the camera is a big one for me. Huge one.
The duck lips too.
You say you're like
big.
Cat mama or something. Mama to 2 or 3 cats. I like cats, but like whatever. That's kind of creepy to me.
Like, I think for the female listeners, I think this is something like maybe they can take from
exactly.
Like, so for me, like when I see, and I'm not like that good of a looking, I'm a bigger guy right now. So like, but so I'm not saying that I'm like all everything. It's nothing like that. Yeah, but like as soon as I see a picture that pops up and it's got like those fucked up ears from like Snapchat or like the whiskers, I'm like. Left. Like, exactly. No. Like, left. I get it, like, if it's picture number 6 or 7, like, and you're this furry, cool cat.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, your first picture is that filter. The second one is this filter. And I'm just like, no,
and it's
can't.
Like, there's so many people trying to hide who they're... Jesus, my mom just scared the shit out of Mike. There's so many people online that are just trying to, like... They're not trying to trick people. They're just trying to, like... They're not really being who they are online.
Right.
And it's like, you might as well just be who you are because... The time comes, like, when you want to meet someone, it's not going to go as you see it's going to go. Like, it's not going to go as planned. So just, like, take photos of yourself being yourself. Don't try to, like, I don't know, edit yourself up. Like, take legit, like, genuine pictures of yourself.
Shitting on the toilet, eating tortillas.
A whole bag of Flamin' Hots on the couch or whatever the hell. But, no, I took a class at IU, actually. It was, like, an online, I forget what the hell it was called. It was a really cool class. It was all about, like, media studies. And it said that nowadays... Like back then, at least, they said that people are more so have a tendency to be genuine and try to like be themselves because they're actually looking for love or they're looking for people that way they don't screw themselves out of something. Yeah, I don't know, but there's so many people that are sneaky on these profiles, man.
Yeah.
It's so hard to tell what they really look like because of stupid filters and editing and cropping. And
maybe they actually have cat ears. You don't know, man.
It's just like some girl with her ass like on like a mirror shot, just sitting on her like fucking banister with like her ass hanging out. It's like you don't even know what her face looks like. I don't know.
Well, and I've talked to people and I just got this one just recently was I was just I'd say a lot of fucked up shit.
Yeah, you do.
Like, I just do, and I have a weird sense of humor.
And you send me them, dude. They're hilarious.
But, like, and it was funny. I ran into your mom at the library one day, and, like, she was talking about, starting a podcast, Johnny starting a podcast. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll definitely get a hold of him. We'll see what's going on. And, but like she was like he has a really weird sense of humor. I was like, oh man, we're gonna get along. Like, this is gonna be awesome. But it is true. So I was talking to somebody and pretty much I just had said thrown out one thing because it's just that's part of trying comedy.
That's the thing.
It's just trying like trying to be funny. Yeah. And you're just trying to take it to whatever nth degree that you can take it to.
Exactly.
And I had somebody say to me, they were like, that's fine for talking to your friends or whatever it is.
Online?
Yes. But you can't talk to me like that or like you need to tone it down or whatever. And I was like, you don't like my personality. I was like, that's a deal breaker.
That's
like,
that's not even the worst it's been. So you're in for a whole.
This is a mild shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and my buddy Josh was kind of like, because I asked him, I was like, dude, what would you do? And he's like, well, if you like her, you should tone it down or whatever. I'm like, I just can't. I can't, man. I just can't. It's not who I am. Like, I can't be disingenuous. I just can't.
That's like the whole thing with comedy these days. Like the whole, I don't even know. Like, you listen to this. Jesse listens to a lot of podcasts, like the same podcasts I listen to. You listen to Fighter and the Kid a lot.
Fighter and the Kid a lot.
Listen to Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Yeah.
They're always talking about like not censoring yourself with comedy and like not trying to fall into like I don't even know like not just trying to like play it safe, like staying in your lane, shit like that.
Yeah.
And like how that is like really like going against the grit and going against like what everything stand-up comedy is like is there for. Like you want people to say fucked up stuff because that's what's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people are getting so much like I don't know, back blow online.
Yeah, backlash, yeah.
Like on Twitter, like and it's because we're like they're so like easily accessible because of online, like social media and shit like that. And it's like it's fucked up because I don't know. Every comedian like is all right with like the whole free speech. Like they want you to say whatever you think is gonna be funny.
Yes, that's their job. The number one job is just to be funny, and that's it.
They're not looking at your feelings, and all that shit. My dog just walked down here. What's up, Charlie? Mike's eyes just lit up. But yeah, it's crazy. It's wild. Like the whole thing that happened with like all these stupid things happening on Twitter. Roseanne got canceled. I don't know if that's considered stupid. It's just kind of fucked up, but I don't know.
Well, and they say that like she didn't know that the person was black when she was talking, and when it would make a difference. Like if you look at the pictures, and it would make a difference. I mean, I just think that one's just stupid.
Exactly.
If you're, and the big thing with that is like if you're representing a company, which she's representing a network on a show, taking their money,
whole brand,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, and you're willing to say something like that far out, and for what? Like I don't know. I didn't really see the benefit
just for a couple likes.
Yeah,
you're costing people their jobs,
right? And
that's
it's like you have an empire underneath you, like so you really need to think about what you're saying, and so that that instance, like I was kind of like pushing back like both ways on it. I can see both sides.
It's weird to think, but yeah, you got to play it both ways. Because Rogan was saying like she was all fucked up on Ambien and alcohol, and she's getting old and she hasn't been sleeping well. But at the same time, you're costing people their livelihood. Because
it's a slippery slope.
Exactly,
definitely right.
Exactly, it's messed up. But I wanted to ask both of you guys on a lighter note.
We got kind of serious for a moment.
We didn't even need Clayton's fucking voicemail to get deep on this podcast. Do you either of you know what bean bunging is?
No, but I have a feeling we're gonna find out.
You don't know what it is.
Do you know, Jesse?
No.
It's spelled bean, like a lima bean, bunging. Okay.
Okay.
So bean bunging on Urban Dictionary. For a gentleman to insert his testicles into his lover's vagina or anus. I want to know if either of you guys use this while you're throwing down with ladies.
Throwing down?
No.
A solid no from Jesse.
I can happily say I've never even thought about doing this.
Thank God.
It wouldn't fit. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I'm big in the balls.
Oh, he's got that big... What's that AC/DC song, Big Balls? You ever hear that? I've got big balls. No,
Why? Have you, Johnny?
No, I have never tried it.
Let's,
Might try it out later on in life. Who knows?
Just got a set of 1-2 balls on you,
Just
dude?
got it.
Is that what
just
you
need
got?
a handful of Crisco, and I think I should be all right. But no, I was listening to. I think I was listening to another podcast, and they were talking stupid shit, and I was like, someone said it was. Do you listen to Joey Diaz at all, dude?
Oh, yeah, but not rarely his podcast, but like whenever he's guest on other ones.
Exactly, I like cherry pick with his, but I follow his podcast and stuff. He says some funny ass shit, but they said something. He said something about sticking his nuts in someone's ass or something. I don't know. So I had to look it up. I was like, that's got to be like an Urban Dictionary term, and it's called bean bunging. In case you guys are trying to get wild with your partner out there.
When he goes Ice Cube at the end of everything.
Big dicks up your ass is bad for your health.
Exactly. Blue cheese will fuck your mother or some shit like
Stay
that.
black, bitches.
Yeah, that's his thing.
Joey Diaz.
He's this big Cuban guy.
He's so great.
Oh my God. And then you were snapping me about your new drone.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, I'm checking out my new drone. I was like, dude, we need to shoot a drone porno. Like, I'm surprised. Is that not a new? Is that not a category
like
on porno?
two drones having sex?
No,
like a couple of drones.
I mean, I guess you could. I was more so thinking like the drone, like being the main camera in the shot and it like pulling around.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, they have those first person stuff.
But that's not drone porn. like I want. If I see drone porn, I want to see like a wide shot of two people having sex. And then the drone in the shot too, and then it cuts to the drone's video, like point of view. You know what I mean? It's like
you're into some voyeurism kind of shit.
Be kind of
right
cool.
there.
I'm surprised, like if they haven't come up with that yet.
Ladies and gentlemen,
throw me some money.
You heard Johnny's kink here first on the Cyber Shindig Podcast.
I just jump started to like what is that called, Kickstarter or whatever? I'll kickstart a drone porn.
Whenever
company.
Johnny's having sex, he fires up a drone. She's like, "What's that
All right,
for?"
just
Don't worry about it.
Shut up. Don't look at it. It's gonna fly in autopilot for like 5 minutes, and the battery's gonna die.
Drone dome.
So, have you ever had a drone before?
No,
like before this one?
No, yeah, it's the first one.
And you have a nice one too. Like,
yeah,
you told me the brand.
My buddy, I had texted my buddy just because I've been trying to get to my son, like in so many different ways.
Yeah.
He's not into athletics.
Yeah, you were telling me.
He's just not a good student.
I was like, get that kid behind a drum set or something.
I
You're like,
know.
you've tried, or I've tried.
I know.
And it's like,
I've
he
tried
doesn't
so
like
many
music.
things, and I just got a drum set too.
Yeah.
But I just keep trying to have different things around because I don't really want to push him in any certain direction. Like I kind of want him to find his own way.
Exactly.
But at the same time, I want him to be passionate about something or get into something. I mean, besides video games and YouTube,
Right.
Just
'Cause that's what you
nonstop
said.
all day long.
He wants to be like a YouTube
He wants to be
star.
a YouTuber. Yeah, and I'm like, and so then like we're looking up things online. My ex and I, and printing stuff out to how to be a YouTuber.
Right.
And so I'm like, oh, what if I get like a cool drone? So I send it to my buddy and I go, hey, what drone do I need to get?
Uh-huh.
He sends it back
And
on
that's
Amazon.
That's a solid
And
drone.
I'm like,
too.
here we go. All right, let's go. So
Yeah.
it's gonna get that all
The
set up. for him and
DJIs,
everything.
that you can't go
Yeah.
wrong with those things
Nice.
because
Yeah.
like the cameras on them are badass. I know they're all like 4K. But
Yeah.
like you said, the
Yeah.
batteries only last like a few.
16 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy.
Yep.
I mean, my porns last way longer than that.
I
I'm
was
like,
gonna say,
16 minutes.
that's like half the time for Johnny.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean,
plenty of
all I
battery
need is
life.
I need like 2 minutes. I'm good.
I need like
Damn.
5 minutes per ball to get those balls in.
Get that bean bung going.
Tough, man.
Hashtag bean bung. But yeah, they're badass. One of my buddies from school when I went to broadcast school or whatever, he's a huge like Evan Freislich. I don't know if he listens to this podcast. He said he wants to be on. I don't know if he listens to it, whatever. But he has all sorts of cameras and shit. He's the one who hooked me up. Like he's like, get a Canon 80D.
Nice.
He's got like a DJI Phantom, top of the line drone. He's brought it out here and flew it around Lake Dale. Like it's badass, and sent me the footage and stuff. I was like, man. But those things are legit, and they are not like cheap toys either. And they're
Right.
like, and they like. I don't know if anyone is familiar with drones, but if you lose signal, it's all Bluetooth, I think, right? If you lose signal with your drone, I think what do they go up a couple thousand
blows
feet?
up.
Yeah, they just self-detonate.
The government just has an airplane that just engulfs it,
Swap-
and takes it.
swaps
And goes, right.
No, but they fucking go back to the last point they had signal and automatically land.
No shit.
Insane.
It's awesome.
It's the future, man. Crazy.
The future.
It is crazy. It is fucking wild. Guys, with that, we're going to take another quick break. So stick around. We'll be back in 0.0005 seconds, guys. And welcome back to the Cyber Shindig Podcast, guys. We had another beautiful break. Hope you're doing all right. I got another cold Coors Light because it's Father's Day weekend, and we're with a father himself,
A
Jesse
real
Forrester.
father.
Our first guest, which is, like I said,
I'm a real dad.
I'm a real boy and a real guest and a real dad. Like I said, we're super excited he was able to join us today. Pretty badass stuff. Guys, I have one voicemail I showed Mike earlier today. We got one fucking voicemail for 2 weeks worth.
Crazy. I'm so disappointed in all
what?
of you.
Like, we had like 15 of them in like 4 days, I think,
Yeah.
one time, and I had to we ran over so long because I was playing these voicemails. So here's the only voicemail for 2 weeks, and it's not a good one at all. It's actually pretty disappointing. I'll let you guys hear it. Let's see if it's loud enough.
Well, they're all good.
Except for this one. Fucking Ro.
Bro, that was all he gave us.
So I would do these things where I would I'd call Ro and leave a voicemail and just go, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So every time we leave voicemails or some shit, he's just like, like with his voice, pretty funny shit. But that's the only voicemail we got for the whole damn 2 weeks that we were out and about or whatever.
You know, Sarah gave us one of those challenges,
Yeah,
too.
what the fuck?
And she didn't tell us the answer.
I'm wondering. I was telling you guys. I wonder if I need to clear the voicemail. Are we full? Are you guys getting like a message saying that the voicemail box is full? Maybe I should call it myself and see. I'm lazy though. I don't know.
Isn't that the truth?
Guys, I have a funny video I wanted to show both of you. So this one, where's it at? God dang it. So this is like a YouTube sensation, and I had no idea. It has like tons of views. Steph's boyfriend showed it to me, or showed it to her, and she showed it to me. I'm gonna bring it up on the screen here. It's some old ass dude eating ice cream, I think.
And like tasting, what we do is take a small amount right off the top.
Hang on a sec. Let me pull it.
Sounds like the dude from Parks and Rec.
That's what I thought. That or like the. God dang, this thing is being real difficult. Okay, here we go. It's some old dude eating ice cream, basically. Mike, look, it's your favorite guy down here.
The kazoo kid, yeah.
You want a kazoo? Okay. So it's just I think he's from Eddie's ice cream.
Dracula?
I don't know what this is.
So in tasting, what we do is take a small amount right off the top. It doesn't take much. That's the warmest part right here. I'm going to invert the spoon. Cover all 9,000 taste bud. Aerate it. Warm it up.
What the hell?
Driving up that top note, that cream, pure vanilla, sweeteners. That's a 10.
That's a 10. He's like a hamster.
That's a 10.
What the hell?
I've never wished somebody to get diabetes before in my life until now.
Speaking of diabetes, he's the fucking
Diabetes.
Diabetes. Oh my god! But yes, she showed me that video. I was like, "How have I not seen this
That's
before?"
so
Like,
weird.
I've never
what
seen that.
in the hell? He's like,
It's hilarious.
vanilla. You said that sweetness.
What, carbonate? Disgusting.
I'm gonna play this next video, and I want you guys to tell me what you're hearing.
Okay.
Based on the sound. So it's an interesting video, and I'll let you guys decide what's happening here. I hope you haven't heard this.
This is so freaking cool.
I like the guy in the background.
Who runs into this?
we'll leave it at that, so he doesn't spoil it.
Johnny being born.
That's right.
You know what? My first thought was like Johnny in his underwear, like crouched on the
Oh
couch,
my
like
God,
screaming
come on.
at Chuck like that.
Come on.
It sounds like cats almost.
You're close, Mike.
A turtle?
It is an animal from the cat family.
Ooh.
Is it a panda?
They're two lynx screaming at each other. Look at this shit.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? They actually make that's the actual noise they make.
And they're Linux.
Linux. Best operating system. Ew, that's gross.
God.
Like that part sounds like a person, doesn't it?
Yeah. Thought he just made it for us, like him
Yeah.
just screaming in a microphone.
So freaking cool.
The dude's like so fucking
Who
cool.
runs into this?
That's wild.
They're like, yeah, they're so close to hitting each other's heads.
Did you ever see there was this one video online where this man was walking down a trail
Okay.
and there was a bear with her cubs.
Christ.
And what he does, like he comes across it and he has his camera out and he's walking backwards, like
Okay.
trying to get away from the bear.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
And the cubs keep following him. Like they're like interested and want to see him. And
That's
the mom
terrifying.
is just like
Yeah.
on the background and they're walking. And he's like, I'm videotaping this. I might die.
Yeah.
Like I want to run, but I know I can't. I'm going to try and go a little faster. And the cubs pick up speed.
That is terrifying.
And it goes on for like an uncomfortable 5 minutes. Just this guy like walking backwards from this
dude.
huge ass bear. And finally, like the mom like is like, all right, you guys had your fun. Like cuts off the cubs and like makes them go off the
Right.
woods. I just shit my pants.
Oh my god, there'd be no way.
No.
And you're not supposed to run from mother bears or any type of bear like that. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to run. You're supposed to like stay in
You
your
got to get
ground.
bigger, right?
Yeah, that's what they say. I don't know. And if they maul you, you're supposed to act dead, but
Yeah.
you're probably gonna die.
But
if
with the
they're-
Cubs,
they're
it's like
mauling you.
completely different.
Well,
you know?
yeah.
Oh God.
Yep, they're trying to defend their young.
Yikes.
I just listened to. Well, I didn't just listen, but there's a podcast from Steve Vernelli, this Meat Eater podcast. He's like a big.
You need to
TV guy.
get a bear.
Yeah, but they were out and they got attacked by a bear. They were like stashing. I think Rogan talked about it. You probably
Yeah.
heard. They stashed some like a deer up in a tree so the bears wouldn't get it. Came back, the bear had claimed it, and the bear ran off. The bear came and attacked them while they weren't like paying attention.
Oh my
One of the
God.
dudes rode the bear down a hill. One of the guys hit the bear in the face with like a trekking hike pole. Like,
Damn.
insane. No one died.
Thank
Somehow
God.
no one
Holy
died.
shit.
Like it's
Who can
nuts.
say you fought a bear and lived?
Yeah, really. Not many people. Dude, speaking of fighting animals, I was listening to another fucking podcast, and they were talking about not too long ago about this guy setting up shop and having people pay to fight a chimpanzee. That was just, and the chimp was just like fucking handing out haymakers to these people.
Damn.
Like,
Chimps are so strong.
they didn't even stand a chance. Like the people didn't even stand a chance.
You wouldn't even know.
he had
You wouldn't know
boxing
how
gloves.
strong the chimp was. You haven't gone to the zoo with Mike. You loser of a
exactly.
friend. You jerk friend.
You don't even know what they look like, you bitch.
I've never even seen him. Chimpanzee. Oh my god.
But no, I'm sorry. We're still with
No,
gloves. They had
it was-
gloves.
it
They
just
put
had
gloves
fucking
on.
gloves on.
Oh my god.
And he was just handing out haymakers to these people that signed up to fight a chimp.
That's wild.
Would you do it, Mike? How much money?
Fuck yeah, I'd try
much?
it. Why
Oh,
not?
I would
How
never do
much?
it.
How much would we have to pay you to do it?
Ah, geez, probably not much. I'm interested if I
Shut
could
up.
beat it. Yeah. I'd probably do, $400 so I could buy a PlayStation
No
4.
way.
Give it to you, but then throw it on the ground.
You would do it for $400 that you
fight
wouldn't
a
even spend?
chimpanzee? Sure.
You would get your ass
If
kicked
I didn't
so
think it was
quick.
going to bite me, sure. Fuck it. Yeah, why not? I mean,
You're gonna get your
No,
face ripped off again.
Yeah, or it could just bean bung you. I mean,
it's an experience.
Might
At any
be
moment-
attracted to you, dude. That's
Oh
true.
my
It's
God.
it's probably accurate.
very
Most,
good-looking fella Mike
yeah.
is.
Most chimpanzees are
Those
attractive
things
to me.
rip people's arms off like with their own
They're
arms.
super strong.
Chimpanzees?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Aren't they like
Yes.
small?
No.
I mean, they're probably like, when they stand about maybe 3.5 foot, 4 foot. They get big.
Yes.
They're not like a gorilla or anything.
I
but-
wouldn't fight a kangaroo. That
Really?
is the one animal
You
I
saw that
wouldn't.
dude Jack the kangaroo in the mouth, didn't you? He was
Yeah,
fighting
but then
his
did you
dog.
see the kangaroo? He he took the hit and then he flexed up and he's like, "You want to fucking try it
Oh.
No,
again?"
he left though. He got scared. It's a little pussy kangaroo.
I feel like I could choke out a kangaroo.
You probably have better odds with a kangaroo. I feel
I'd get
than
behind it.
with an ape than an
Yeah.
ape.
I don't know.
Apes are so damn flexible.
I wouldn't fight a gorilla. A gorilla would just fucking break you in half.
Yeah.
Without even blinking.
Yeah, those things are pretty strong. Those things are pretty fucking strong. Okay, dude, I was reading on Reddit. I think I was telling Mike something. I'm not going to share the one that I read earlier, Mike.
Thank God.
That one was a little much.
I got sick.
But there are these Reddit. It's like in a rhyme. What's your best sex advice? And this is a whole Reddit forum. And one of them, if it hurts when you go pee, go to the clinic. That's free.
Oh god.
Unless you live in the USA. If so, be prepared to pay. Want to get laid? Well, you're in luck. Just say, "Hey, baby, you want some fuck?"
Some fuck?
Some girls like it rough, some like it hard, but don't say. Okay, I can't read that one. Sorry, that's the one I can't read. See if you can
my
fill in the
God.
blanks after that one. I don't know, dude. That one I told Mike, and I think I Snapchatted it
You
to a few
did,
people.
yeah.
I probably snapped it to you.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a little much.
Just a little bit.
Don't start out fast. You're not going to last.
That's true.
That's a good one. And if a woman you wish to impress, don't shoot your gun before you undress. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Oh,
Johnny, you should go on there and tell everybody your words of wisdom from your sex ed.
Oh, I should, dude. I should just start
Don't
Just
be
upload
shooting loads
that.
into people,
sharing knowledge,
Shooting
just
loads.
dropping knowledge on these kids. Oh, not even knowledge. I hope half of these kids know the shit that we talked about. Look at this. Hang on. This is like some stupid ass video. Look at this stupid thing. Okay. We were doing a mic test, and this was like one of the first videos that came up. 17 million views, first off.
It's a good ass song though.
17 million views, 8,000 downvotes. And it was posted on a month ago.
Yeah.
Literally not even a month ago. No, a little more than a month ago. 17 million fucking views. It's like a cartoon. It's called The Muffin Song.
This is great.
The muffin wants to die. It's dancing. I just need to start writing music like this, apparently. 17 fucking million views.
Die, potato, die. I baked you a pie.
Oh boy, what flavor?
Auto-tune deluxe.
Dad, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry, I'm dad.
Some dad joke.
Why?
I want to play this every Monday.
I think we get the gist on the muffin song.
Die, die, die.
I cannot believe that has 17 million views.
I'll be honest. That's my favorite video of all time.
I was gonna say. I thought you were gonna say that's my daughter's favorite.
No,
video.
I'll be honest. That's my favorite.
It's good.
That's my next karaoke song.
It's good.
15 million
song.
views.
Yeah.
Just Jesse rewatching the whole
yeah.
thing.
16,900,000 were me.
Just playing it back and forth in his office at work.
It's muffin time, man.
Your clients are just like, "Hey, can you turn that muffin song off, man? Seriously, it's getting old." Oh my god. Yeah, what the hell? These muffins just want to get eaten and die, apparently. So I don't understand.
It reminds me of a Sausage Party.
Yeah.
Where they were like,
Yeah.
they didn't want to die. It was like the opposite
They
plot
like
line.
didn't know they were getting like eaten, basically. Or
Yeah, they
killed.
thought they were going to be like saved or something and going to like heaven, and then
That
they
they were
just
going to the great abyss.
got fucking eaten.
Instead.
What if it's that, like, you know how sometimes they like give government technology after a certain while they're done using it or whatever? Like, what if this was played for people like in camps in Al Qaeda?
Holy
Like they were playing the Muffin song like to fuck with them like all night long, 24 hours.
Torture
So like
song?
they were like, no, who cares?
That is
Just throw it online.
that is
Nobody's gonna. Yeah, and then
definitely-
Shit.
17 million views
What's
later,
the,
That's what it is.
the government put it
it's
out.
it's like that torture shit that you keep playing, like elevator music. Where the hell is it? I had something pulled up on my soundboard. Oh, here it is. It's like this song. You've heard Neon Cat, right? Dude,
I'd go crazy
This
if I
is-
heard this for
Oh
like
my
a
God.
this
day.
is on YouTube there's a video for 12 hours of this.
Yeah.
Of the same fucking, and it's just a cat that's like a like a Pop-Tart with a Pop-Tart body and a head, and it's pooping out a rainbow.
Yeah.
That's the whole video.
You should do that challenge, Johnny. That's becoming popular with people
not doing
doing
that.
like the 12-hour, like just camera
was-
on them and they're just watching.
No,
it.
what was the one that you said, the challenge where they were doing like some rap lyric?
Oh, they just had to keep saying something
What
over
was it
and
though?
over
Do you
again.
remember what they were saying? It was some kind of like
Dude, I'm getting old. My memory's going
come
on.
You
me.
what the fuck was it? God dang it.
G's up, hose down, while your motherfuckers bounce to this. Was that
I
it?
tried to tell Jesse he needs to like do some karaoke rap for you guys, but he was not about it. I was like, dude, Jesse, it'd be so cool if you like, I'll pull up like some atmosphere like karaoke at the end, and you can just rap for everyone. He's like, no.
I like how
Really? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, it's fine, man.
you suggested this, and then earlier today you're like, I don't like to be put in awkward situations.
And then
I'm
I
like,
just
but you'll put fucking
I put
Jesse in them.
for the fucking sake of the show. I'm like,
I mean,
dude, you love it.
Right. No, I mean, if it's just, in the flow of things,
Exactly.
then I'll just throw out a
But
rap
no,
lyric.
I was
but
like trying to plan it out, and it's kind of, I understand. I probably wouldn't want to do it either.
just go ahead and get your guitar. No,
Yeah.
no. We'll be done with it. Just grab your guitar.
Just get your guitar and sing a few
Just a little
songs.
guitar
do
song.
it.
Welcome to my house.
That's hilarious.
Pink headphones.
I wish you guys.
Sing
Well,
rap.
you guys will be able to see Jesse. I'm gonna post a few videos of this on our Instagram. I think I'm gonna actually upload this whole session today on YouTube. I'm just gonna do a one shot because I'm lazy. I don't feel like doing 2 shots and editing because it's a pain in the ass.
He's been saying this
He
since
said that
episode
before.
1. He's like, I'm going
It's
to edit it, put it on YouTube.
so tedious.
Next time I see him, did you
God.
do that, Johnny? I've been
Like,
fucking
nah,
lazy, you
nah,
know.
sorry, man. Been playing Pokemon on my new Nintendo 3DS, man.
He's going to put like 900 hours into it.
Probably. Oh, didn't you want to talk about E3 a little bit?
Yes.
What's happening?
So-
Give us the breakdown because I didn't watch any of it.
I know I like kind of teased some stuff earlier, but what happened in basically was that Microsoft, Bethesda, they were like rapid fire. They were just shooting off like new things that were happening, new games that were coming out. Fun fact, Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be coming out January 29th of next year.
What's is that in Nintendo?
No, Kingdom Hearts was
That's
like
for
it
Son-
was
that's for-
Nintendo and
it
Sony.
was. Now it's on Sony and Xbox, right?
Yep, now it's going to come to Xbox. Kingdom
Okay.
Hearts 3. Huge deal. People are like freaking out about it.
People lose their mind over that game
Hell yeah, it's a fucking good game.
because there's like 12 of them. People like have so much stock in it.
The timeline's like really hard to follow too, but that's finally coming out on Microsoft. Microsoft killed it this year, I thought. They just
Sure, you're saying.
they had like 15 exclusive games. There's this one game that's gonna be kind of like Dark Souls, but it's like a samurai generation now,
Okay.
which is really neat.
Dude, I saw a game. I don't know if it was from E3. It just popped up on my Facebook timeline. It's literally like an old school samurai game. Like you're. Like,
Is it Shadows Die Twice?
Yes.
Yep, that's the one that was just
really? That's it?
That's it.
No shit.
It looks good.
It looks like something I'd like.
Because the Souls series and like Demon Souls and Nioh,
Yeah.
it's all from the same developer. They're slow paced. Like the action's great, but it's really difficult. This looks like you're way more mobile. You're faster paced gameplay.
He's like slicing arms and shit off.
Fuck yeah!
people.
I am so
Whoa.
jacked for it.
Dude, it looks like a good
It's
game.
gonna be a good game.
When does that come out? Do you know?
I don't think they gave a release date
They're just like previewing everything
Teasing it.
that's in the works.
Yeah, which unfortunately a lot of games this year was kind of like that.
Well, that was the Elder Scrolls, right?
Elder
From what you were
Scrolls
saying?
did, yeah. They just had a teaser with so the guy came out and he was talking about Fallout 76,
Yeah.
which I was kind of telling you guys during the break that they're focusing more on multiplayer now.
Mm-hmm.
They said you can still play the game like single player, which is great. But I think a lot of their attention is going to be divided in that now. And I really think the story is going to suffer a little bit from it. I still think they're going to put out a damn good game.
Yeah, it'll probably be good.
And
Not as good as the new Elder Scrolls though. Probably. Fucking bitch. He's like, dude, the new Fallout's gonna be so fucking good. I was like, you watch your mouth when you talk to me.
Watch your mouth. And they didn't say it was the same thing with Skyrim. They were like, "Hey, here's a trailer." It was like the last thing. People like fucking came all over.
That's
the
what
stage
they do.
once
They like hold their best, like their highest card in the end, and they
Yeah.
just fucking make people cream their pants with it.
And it really was nothing. It was a shot of like them going over a cliff, and
Yeah,
it looked like
I
just
saw
a
it.
beautiful landscape. And then it was
So this came up like Elder Scrolls 5 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
What is it? Elder Scrolls 4?
Six. Yeah, Skyrim was 5.
That's it.
And that was it.
People fucking. I love that game though. I bought the remastered.
Yeah, I'm
obviously,
sure-
so I'm
sure
gonna
you
buy the
did.
newest one. So.
They put
Such
a
a good
little
game.
joke in it too. I think I sent you the video where they were saying Skyrim's going to be ported to the next system, and as a joke, because everybody's like, "Is the new Skyrim?" And he's like, "Actually, the Skyrim that's currently out is going to be put on a new."
Oh yeah.
And then they put like a little commercial up, and it was him playing it on the Alexa app.
Oh no! Oh, that's what you sent me. That
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
You want to play that? Let me play that.
Sure, it's more sound based, so
Okay,
you guys that are listening will be able to hear it. But
Real quick though, but there was like a meme on Facebook, I think, where someone they had that clip of like the opening like Elder Scrolls 5, and it had like the scene like behind them, or like the landscape behind them.
yeah.
And then someone put like a map of Westeros from Game of Thrones.
No shit.
And it looks just like that little bay. It's got like 3 fingers, and it's like right on the ocean.
Really?
They're like, oh,
Well, that's where it's set. You know,
that'd be
you got
crazy.
the dragons
Yeah.
from Game of Thrones.
pretty much, dude.
But
All right.
E3 was pretty good this year. You know, Nintendo
You watched
brought
all of
the. I only watched the Bethesda, Microsoft, and Sony.
Okay.
Which Sony they really just focused on The Last of Us 2,
Right.
which looks damn good, and the Spider-Man game. And then Nintendo is
Spider-Man
all about
game.
Smash Brothers. You know.
I like it. All right, let's see. Okay, that just came out.
Elder Scrolls speak of the past and the future. Now, Skyrim looks to the future, to its ultimate version.
What the fuck? Oh, it's Jordan Peele, right?
Alexa, play Skyrim.
You're level 57 and see a tall snowy mountain.
Climb it.
Skyrim and life become one.
A mud crab scuttles towards
First
you.
Roda.
No
Catch
way.
that.
First Roda.
So he's giving the fucking Alexa commands
Yeah.
like he would in Skyrim. Like, a mud crab scuttles towards you.
He's like, I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Shout echoes all the way to Sovngarde.
What happened?
First Roda. That's the command for knocking things over.
Is there a command for picking shit up?
Haven't reached that level yet.
I'm sworn to carry your burdens.
Ooh.
The dragon unleashes fire breath on you.
Okay.
You have 7% health left.
Oh shit. I drink a health potion.
You are out of health potions.
No. like 30
How
pounds of
many
food.
wheels of cheese do I have left?
473.
I eat all the cheese.
It's so fucking true, man.
Hey, hun.
Oh my god.
Remember what the doctor said about dairy?
Yes. Right. Yes. Of course. You're the greatest. Thank you so much.
Oh my god. Jesse, have you ever played Skyrim?
No.
Okay. So when you're like real low on health, like it's basically like a scavenging game. You can pick up everything like around the area. You pick up there's like a lot of food and shit in this game, and you just pick it up, and that can cure like 1 health basically, like a loaf of bread. So you pick up a lot of shit, and like he just said he had 100 wheels of cheese. That would probably probably cure him of everything. I don't know.
He's like, eat all the cheese.
Yeah, and
Just
that's
eat
it.
the
Like
shit out
you're
of
out
this
of
cheese.
all your health potions. You start looking up your food. You're like, all right, it's fucking wild. This is funny as hell.
I ate all of the cheese.
Introducing Skyrim, very special edition. Also coming soon to Etch-a-Sketch. Motorola Pagers. And your Samsung smart refrigerator.
No way.
Oh, that's cool.
So this was like a joke that they gave out. Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I love that Jordan Peele was in that too. He's hilarious. How funny, dude. Dude, you need to play. If you like, I don't know. Do you like that kind of like
RPGs
time
and stuff like
period?
that?
A little
like dragon slaying shit, like medieval.
Not really.
Not really.
No, but I mean, like I don't know. Like I do kind of like more the classic, just the Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
You can't
just
go wrong.
Slutting it up. I mean,
Yeah.
just
Slutting it up.
smut, just pure smut.
Running hookers over with your old classic
Exactly.
Cadillac.
To get your money back.
Exactly.
Gotta get my money back.
That's right.
And then you spin the wheels and the blood and all that.
Exactly.
In the
You get your
blood.
samurai
Gross.
sword and do all your cheat codes and stuff. No,
Yeah,
that- I think you'd like that game just because there's so much like customization to your character and like you can choose if you're a wizard, magic user, like
It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto 2.
It really is.
Johnny was the one that introduced me to Skyrim, and I was like, what can you do? He's like, anything. So I was like shooting people with bow and arrows. I was like, shit, this is cool.
you can like attack townspeople and
Yeah.
stuff. You can turn into a vampire if you want and like suck the life out of people.
Yeah,
Like,
so it's pretty much Grand Theft Auto, just set, back in the day.
and there's
Before
mods.
cars.
There's mods now where you can actually hurt the children in the town because the original game you can't.
Johnny's
hurt any of
the
children.
only one interested in that.
Right.
I'm like skewering kids on my sword and stuff.
There was one where you can turn the dragons into Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah,
and he's just flying
or,
around.
yeah, or have the voice of Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the
Oh,
dragon.
yeah.
Yeah, that's all you hear. He's like, oh yeah, and he's like breathing fire on you and shit. That's hilarious though. So that's like the big like E3 drops were like Fallout, the new Elder Scrolls, the new Smash Bros.
Smash Bros. Oh, they introduced a new Pokemon game, which I'm pissed about still.
Oh, yeah.
The Pokemon Go Yellow and Eevee. All it is, it's not even like a new game. They just like remastered Yellow.
For the Switch, right?
For the Switch, yeah. But you can't
Classic Nintendo move.
Yep.
It's
They're just trying to get milk at it.
It's like the fourth time it's been remastered.
Pretty
but
much.
you can't like battle wild Pokemon anymore. You got to like throw your Pokemon Go ball at them.
It's like it is Pokemon Go when it comes to catching Pokemon. I think
pretty much.
Have you ever played the Pokemon Go? Yeah. It's
So-
just you don't even get to
With
fight
my kids, I played it.
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
you can't fight them anymore. I'm
That's
pissed
half-
about
that's
it.
half the
So
fun.
I like fucking beating the shit out of animals with my animals.
I like
They took it
hurting
away from me.
Small, helpless, mythical creatures.
Fuck those little animals.
Oh my god, no, that's a good game. I was gonna ask you advice on what I need to or what games I need to buy for the
3DS?
for the 3DS, dude. Because obviously Super Smash Bros. Goes without saying.
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon, the newest Pokemon. I don't know. There's some older Pokemons I wouldn't mind trying out, like the.
You can play the DS games on it.
Yeah,
I
that's
believe.
what they were saying. Like the older, like Soul Silver.
Soul
or
Silver, yeah.
shit like
Which
that.
is remastered
Yeah.
of just Silver and Gold.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't
Or
know.
you could always like trade that in.
Yeah.
And get a PS4.
Just get a PS4.
Yeah, that's fucking true. Yeah.
Like an
Yeah,
adult.
that's
like
another-
an adult. Like an actual
That's another
like a
option.
25-year-old man should.
Right.
Instead of dicking around on this little.
You're like, but I can play online with this. It's
Guys,
awesome. I'm like,
this is sick.
with 12-year-olds. Absolutely. I have like an awesome 12-year-old gamer story.
Let's hear it. With your
so-
son or just playing against one?
So me and my buddy Josh are online playing,
Uh-huh.
and of course, like everybody's got like your own gamer names.
Yeah, your like screen name or whatever.
Exactly. So mine was Uncle Bad Touch.
Yes,
26.
you're the one who introduced me to that.
Yeah,
Shit. You're like,
so-
so Uncle Bad Touch is
Uncle,
coming.
old
forward.
Uncle Bad Touch. So
That's hilarious.
Uncle Bad Touch 26, and then my buddy was like Wiley J. Will. So we go
Nice.
on, and because his last name is Williams. So
Okay.
but we go online and we're playing Battlefield Hardline. Do you remember that game?
Yep.
So it's like the cops and robbers game. It's like
Yeah.
it's Battlefield Engine, but it's it's like cops and robbers. So the cops have to stop the robbers from coming to like take the loot, and then the robbers take it back to their location.
Okay.
So we're playing like the demo online. We're like, oh, let's just see what this is all about.
Test it out.
And we're playing, and we're just getting our asses kicked, just to get just destroyed. And then all of a sudden, like there's like this kid, and I don't know what age, like 12, 13, 14 years old, and he just starts running shit, just like future congressman. Like,
Oh my God, what?
future,
Was he talking
like,
shit
I don't
too?
know, like
No?
just like pure strategy. Like he was
Wow.
like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna grab and he was very like selfless. Like he was very much like
He was doing the hardest stuff.
yeah, he was like, okay, I'm going to grab this SUV. 3 of us are going to get in here. I'm going to drive you to the location on the backside. You guys are going to go in the door. You're going to go grab the loot, get as much as you can. I'll just sit here and wait for you guys. I might go around the block and come back.
Right.
But I'll be right here
He's
when
like
you
the
come running out.
He's the driver.
And we're like,
God
oh
damn,
my God. Yeah, like, we're like, what the hell's going on? Like, yeah. And so we're like, fuck this kid. But at the same time, we're just like, no, all right,
Let's give it a go,
Let's give it a go because we're fucking terrible.
We got nothing else
We
to
have
do.
nothing else going. So we get in, we just start winning game after game after game. And this guy, so this kid is playing with us just game after game after game we're winning.
Jesus,
and so I'm just like, this is the great. I was like, this is the greatest game ever. Like, I'm like, a game that I'm winning. This is perfect.
Oh, it's way more fun too.
Oh, it's so much fun. So we're playing, and then basically we're at the part where now we're cops, and the robbers are coming in different locations. So he's like having us go into different spots in order to tell us where to go. Okay. So he's like, all right, Wiley J. Will, you guard this entrance of where like they're going to come in from, this other side. And my buddy's like, okay, like whatever you say, dude.
Calling the shots now.
Yeah, like this is like Neo from the Matrix, like still playing with. But like, and then he was just like, and then he goes, me and Uncle Bad Touch are gonna go in this room.
Me and Uncle
by ourselves.
Don't bother us.
There was dead silence on the mic for like a minute because like my buddy, like basically during that time, he had to put it down because he was crying, laughing. I'm like tears are like streaming down my face because I'm so excited that like this dream. And so like all of a sudden he texts me and he goes, "You sick fuck." He's like, "You've been waiting for this for 4 years. Like ever since you picked that gamer tag, I know that you were waiting for this moment, and I'm so pissed that you're getting away with this moment that you get to live this." And I was just like,
stranger.
I was like, fuck you. It's still great. It's the greatest thing I've ever come up with. It's the funniest joke I've ever come up with.
That is hilarious.
So then, like, at the end of the night, though, we were like, do we add this kid? Like, I mean, like, because we're like, we like winning. Like, do we friend him? But I'm like, but how old is this kid? I'm like, we're like 34. Like, we can't. I'm 37 now, so it was like 3-4 years ago. I'm like, I don't know about this, and because specifically you and like for people that don't play, but when you play, like up on your screen, like whenever somebody signs in, so just imagine like his friend Uncle Bad Touch coming up on the screen as his mom goes like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go play with my friend Uncle Bad Touch. Yeah. I'd be like, no, this is a terrible idea. So both of us were like, we both are making a pact. We're not friending him.
We can't do it. It doesn't matter how good he is.
We can't do it. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
We can go to jail.
Oh my
Fucking
God.
cops show up at your door. Are you Uncle Bad Touch?
Uncle
we
Bad.
have some
do
questions
you
for
go by Uncle Bad Touch? Yeah. It was. So
you have to come down and answer some questions for us, Uncle Bad Touch. How crazy, dude.
Damn.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I remember you always like making fun and be like, yeah, come to your Uncle Bad Touch during like tennis practice and shit. I thought that was the funniest fucking thing.
It was usually with like Wheezy.
Yeah.
Like, and I'd be like, Wheezy, like, I was like, don't daughters, don't, or like parents, don't let your kids go home with this kid. Never ride in a car with this guy.
You see this
He's
guy?
such a good dude, though.
He's hilarious.
He's such a funny guy.
I always like messing with
I always
him.
like messing with dudes that like can be messed with.
Right,
They
exactly.
like have fun with
they
it.
can take it and they give it back, too.
And he's such a good dude.
Yeah, he's a fun guy. I haven't seen him in a while, so
yeah.
He was always fun fucking with in practice, too, because he could take a joke pretty well, And those are the best type of people, so.
Shout out to Ryan.
Yeah. I don't know if he listens to this. I hope he does.
I'll send it to him. He will.
Do it, dude.
Yeah, I bet he will.
Yeah. He's always a fun dude. He loved.
Good
he
dude.
was a yeller at tennis all the time.
For
Dude,
sure.
he'd like miss a serve and be like, fucking start screaming.
Well, and that kind of reminds me of this kid, of Mike playing tennis.
Yeah.
And you guys were joking about functional tennis.
Oh yeah, functional tennis.
But it was the best because like there's moments like I know you guys described it, just exactly how it is.
Right.
But like I've never seen anybody hit like a backhand forehand ever in my life. Like,
and launch it over your head perfectly.
And in. Yeah, like always in. Like
it's the perfect shot.
Yeah, and like we were talking about, like you guys definitely need to make a video, just like a fun like video, but of just functional tennis.
Just Mike trying to play tennis or like giving lessons to someone.
Step 1, backhand, forehand, who gives a shit? Like,
always use one hand.
He's just like
Step 2, loud noises. Like I'm just playing next to him, and just loud noises, just randomly. Like, whoa, what's going on?
But yeah,
you gotta make the sound effects, man.
Right?
He would like hit the perfect shot. Like he would hit like an overhead. Like that would launch. We'd be up at the net. He'd just be like backhanded overhand, just coming over like an inbound too. We're like,
so great.
What in the hell? Like I was telling you, I was like, I would love to see someone just try to teach Mike how to play tennis. Like pick him apart. And be like,
what do you mean
why?
you use two hands?
Why? He doesn't need to be taught. He gets it in.
Yeah.
Like I told
It's
my
great.
girlfriend, it might not look pretty, but it works.
Oh god, it gets the
So
job
great.
done. As long as it gets the job done. And guys, with that, we're gonna end the fucking Cyber Shindig podcast. Jesse, thank you so much for coming on,
Oh man, thanks for having me.
It is a pleasure to have you on as our first guest. Thank you so much for the beer and the Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
dude.
thank you so much,
fucking
man.
badass.
And I want to let you guys know before I go, like, obviously, like, I'm a huge fan of the show, and I just think it's awesome what you guys have done, and
we appreciate it.
I couldn't believe it. Like, I texted you this. I was like, the chemistry that you guys have, and just, I mean, you guys are just, you're in a fucking basement of a house.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Just crushing it. And I just, like, couldn't believe it. And, like, meeting in urinals and stuff. So, like now, like, I've been, like, every urinal I go in, like, I just, like, I try and say hi. I say hi to the person. I say hi to, just to see if there's chemistry.
You're going to start your own podcast?
Just to see if I can get my own podcast going.
Together.
Yeah, just a little chemistry.
Dude, by the way, your voicemail to us.
Yeah.
When was the first time you made physical contact with each other?
I like how we took it seriously too.
Right.
I was like, I don't know, probably fucking shook hands.
I probably hugged you or some shit at one point. I made love with you afterwards, but that was a different story.
Yeah, just diddled a little bit, you know.
No, but that's badass. Check out Jesse online. Do you want to plug any of your social media shit, dude?
Yeah, sure. I'm trying to even think of what it is, but
are you on Instagram?
Uncle Bad Touch.
Uncle Bad Touch 16 on Sony.
Uncle Bad. No, just like at Jesse L Forrester on Twitter.
Yeah.
If you want to send me an email, jesse.forrester@nationwide.com.
Yeah, hit him up with all your insurance needs, guys, because he's a cool guy.
Man.
You've heard firsthand now if you're listening to the podcast. He's an honest guy. He's a fun guy. He will not set you wrong. So hit him up for all your insurance needs.
Yeah,
thanks.
Pretty awesome. He's a local guy, so he's not far. Mike, where can the lovely people find you again? Lord Bunghole.
Wait a second, hold on. I listened to the beginning of our last podcast.
Of the read, yeah.
Yeah, because first of all, I forgot most of that night. But I loved you struggling to plug me in because you're like, it's Lord Tater Tot _. I don't know. Just look at the kid.
Just fucking look at my friends. He's on them. I don't know. Find
him. It is Lord _Tater _Tot.
That's it.
And before we go, listeners, you probably don't know this, and Johnny's going to hate me for even mentioning this, but it is Johnny's birthday on Tuesday.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's
so
great.
if you guys want to send us a voicemail, wishing him a happy birthday, telling him how much you like his eyelashes, we'd appreciate that at 219-552
1128.
1128.
You got it.
So tell him.
Sing us a little birthday tune if you want.
Yeah.
Maybe 25. Halfway to 50, baby.
Halfway. Hopefully we make it there.
Hopefully I make it to 50, then 75, then after that I don't care.
Yeah. So happy birthday to Johnny.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers, brothers. Guys, you can follow me on Instagram, Johnny.Goodrich, Johnny Goodrich on Twitter. Follow the podcast online. We'll be plugging the heck out of it on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. We'll be posting promos online. I'm going to put this whole video on YouTube, and you will see that soon as well. Check us out, guys. We love that you're listening in. Check Jesse out. Check us all out. And thanks for listening again. Have a good one, guys. We hope you have a great week.
Thanks, everybody.